On some tunes. Skits. I assume it'll pop up. Maybe. We shall see. We'll give it a minute to let anybody hop in if they even get this. We'll see. Once we have a couple people in, we will talk about it. Talk about it. Be about it. If you're seeing behind right here, I got laid off from JK Distro. You gotta admit though, not a bad thumbnail. Yo, what's good, Ice? It's all right. You know, it's it happens. Shit happens all the time. I'm just lucky I still got somewhere to sleep, you know what I mean? Eric, what is good? Eric AD. Hopefully you're having a blessed night. But yeah, like I said, as soon as we get more people in here, we're at least, let it go through like a couple minutes or whatever, I'll discuss my side of everything. I'm just gonna give it a minute for everyone to come in. As you guys know, I don't really go live as often, so I don't expect too many people to be in here, but we'll see. On some music. Uh, let me tell. Where the fuck is Blaze at? Oh, so, live on my phone. About to roll up some sour gas. Sounds fire. Oh, I'm glad you said that actually, because guess what? Now I don't have to do any videos. Ethan, what is going on? I was actually just playing guitar. I might even pull it out again. I don't know. But now since I don't have to do reviews, the best part, I got so much weed to smoke. So that works out for me, I guess. Shit, almost broke everything. Fuck. You had Oliver Jr.? I always thought about checking it out, but I was like, it might be too small. I didn't really know. I didn't want it to be so small that it was almost tinny, you know? But it sounds good. And I think even if you just use heavier gauge strings, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let me get rid of this green screen. It's weird. There we go. I need to turn on my lights. 1 second. Oh, shit. Where's the button? Haha. There we go. Oh, wait a sec. Black Orange Wood. Yep. I thought about I might get another guitar. Well, before I got laid off, I was planning on getting another one. But oh yeah, I'm just glad I got my order before they went ghost. Same here. Fucking same here. I'm glad my shit came through before they laid off everybody. I'm very small, so it's perfect for me. Yeah, I picked the Orangewood Oliver Retro because my other guitar is a damn, I just had a brain fart. But anyway, it's like a bigger one, almost like a jumbo cutaway. But I'm more of a fingerstyle guitarist myself, so I kind of like the smaller one. Let me grab it though, and then I'll take a couple rips. If Ethan, you want to see it more, up close, this is what it looked like. I like how thin this is. The neck on it, super nice. Let me actually pause this real quick. And then here in a minute, after I take a hit, we'll get into everything. You know any brands to shop for now? Yes. You can check out. Damn, I actually ain't seen that name in forever. What's going on, Flame Train? Hopefully you've been well, man. I haven't talked to like any companies in over, well, a year. I was literally working for them for like 6, 7 months, like on payroll. And then they hit me with an NCA and said whatever videos I had posted between when I got that NCA and 30 days before, I had to delete. So, like my Shop Ella Mary video, I had to delete. They wanted to send me out more shit. I had to say, sorry, no can do. Um, Lucky Elk, same thing. Who else was it? Crisp, Elk Creek Genetics, a couple other people. But yeah, and Flame Train, I kinda thought so as well, but it's a little bit different, in just in terms of, like, if I was a content creator, yeah, of course, you know how it is between companies and content creators, "Fuck you, you don't like it, da da da, whatever." But it was different when I went from just a content creator to being full-time payroll. Then I couldn't exactly say what I wanted to because, obviously, I was having to depend on that, which sucked. But I will let everyone know I will let everybody know ahead of time. I did not know anything, for one. Um, my role there, I was the head affiliate coordinator. So we had over 4,500 affiliates. And I was also over all of social media, like the social media marketing and all that. I did all that. I have access to everything. The IGs I just logged out of earlier, the Twitter, all that shit. So yeah, yeah, and literally none of the people that worked for him, besides the owners, knew fucking anything. Like, literally, I was clocking in for work Wednesday, they were like, "Hey, don't clock in." "Okay." And then they told my wife, who was head of customer service, "Hey, don't clock," well, not head, she was one of the supervisors, but they're like, "Hey, don't clock in." Cool. The way I seen it in Flame Trade, I don't know if you still do work or not. Like I said, I haven't got to look at companies, obviously, since I was NCA. But the way, they could have, in my personal opinion, I would have sent out a mass email to everybody, like everybody who ordered and all that stuff, and just been like, "Hey, this is what's going on. Sorry, we will refund everyone as soon as possible," and just be done with it. But it's like no email was sent. Like I still have the fucking help email. Like I'm still seeing people saying, "Where's my order? When are y'all reopening?" Like nobody knows anything. And that's just fucked. I don't care who you are. That's fucked. You know what I mean? If you fucked up, at least be like, "Hey, I fucked up." You know? And then I've even had people coming at me on my some of my older videos like, "Hey, you're a scammer." Da, 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 da." I'm like, I didn't fucking run it. You know what I mean? Like there was multiple millions that were made. You know what I mean? And I haven't even gotten a paycheck. So that should tell y'all. We were supposed to get paid Friday, and they told us Wednesday. Uh, the accounts are frozen, so there's going to be a delay on payments. Yeah. So that fucked everybody over. Jake, Marissa, everybody we worked with, Chris, who did ads, all of us got fucked. And you would think that one of their first employees, I want y'all to hear me clearly, one of their first employees, Jake, you think they would have told something. And even he was ghosted. He found out that we all got laid off when I found out, and that's real fucked up. Like, how you gonna do one of your first employees like that? You know what I mean? I understand me, like, fuck me, I guess, right? I was probably like the 15th, 20th, 25th, whatever employee, but that's not fair on Jake, and that's definitely not fair on Marissa because Jake is the one who started the marketing, and Marissa was the one who was the very first like customer service person. So, yeah, it's not right at all. Yeah, can't keep anything in for real. It was just terrible. It was so fucked. I know everybody's been wanting to hear my thoughts on it. I actually shot a video like 3 or 4 times, and I had to delete them because, of course, I wanna say whatever I want, but you gotta think professionally. I can't be, like, derogatory and shit like that. I'm not trying to get sued. But I can tell the truth. Yeah, okay, right, scam with a war clown. Oh, really? Oh, I did not know that. See? Thank you, Flame Train. I I I had no idea. That's literally the first time I've even ever seen or heard that. So that should tell you. Dude, I literally got hired on for marketing. Okay. Like I got hired on for marketing, but that's it. Like most of the time I didn't talk to nobody. Nobody was ever saying, hey, post this today, post that today. I was doing that all my fucking self. So yeah, it's just uh, 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 uh. And I've heard several things over the years about as far as like COAs and stuff like that. Once again, I don't know anything about that. From what we were told working there, obviously, is we get our COAs from the farm. So if there's any problem with it, that's the farm's problem, not ours. So I don't know. Well, Flame, honestly, if that honestly was the case, I can believe that people didn't know because if you're threatened with a lawsuit in a company that's got, multiple tens of millions of dollars, they would have the money to sue the fuck out of you. So I could see how that might be pushed to the side. The COAs were fake. Yes. See? I'm not gonna say yes or no because I personally don't know. I didn't see anybody making it themselves or anything like that. So this is all just alleged. Allegedly, I heard that, but I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, I never was. I'm fucking. In case y'all don't know, by the way, the company is based out of Benicia or Benicia, whatever, California. I'm in East Texas. So I'm 1,600 miles away. I know a lot of people thought that I like worked in the warehouse and like worked with no. I'm literally like 1,600 miles from them. So yeah, man, not having the warning is fucked. Like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still make money behind the scenes, like stuff like this, like device testing. I'm not even supposed to show this, but I'll show y'all because I love y'all. So y'all know I work on devices. This should be coming out soon. They wanted me to test it, let them know how it is, and it's also got a newer device in it. This is even though it's just a pocket case, the pocket that's inside is the pocket like 3.1 with special voltage and coils just for me because I'm testing. This isn't even out yet. This is the Pocket Mini. This little bastard's tiny. This ain't even supposed to be out for months and months. So yeah, like still make money, but that was my main source. So it did truly fuck me. I literally got screwed anally without lube. But anyway, here's the normal size pocket, and this is the new one that'll be coming out. 3D ceramic chamber, just like a Puffco, all that, and it's hits like a beast. Tommy V said he was still wait. Yes, Flame. Yes, yes, there is. I can actually confirm that. Yes, there's actually people that have been waiting for almost fucking month and a half, 2 months. Not even joking. Um, I know a lot of stuff was oversold. The our main web dev guy left, so our backup that was working with him at the time, but doing like the smaller stuff, had to take over for everything. And every time he would upload, like, say this for example, on the 7 gram bags, every single strain that they ever had it on there went on there, and so everyone was like, "Oh shit, whatever, pick a strain. Gorilla Glue from 2024 is back up." It never was. So thousands of ounces got oversold that we just didn't have because of the website fuck up. So you got between like skimming through all the stuff that because some people's orders even was like 3 old things from 3 years ago and then 2 new things. So it just a clusterfuck. A clusterfuck. Waiting that long? Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, there was people, businesses that like I had seen order 5 pounds to restock their store, and when they got their box, they opened it up and it was 5 QPs and not 5 pounds. And then they waited fucking almost a month just to get like fucking be told something because the stuff that the rest of the flour that he needed was then out of stock at that point. So it was just a whole clusterfuck. And since they voided my contract, I'm allowed to talk about it. And they're not a company anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it is fucking crazy. It is fucking terrible. It fucking terrible. There was a lot of ways to handle it. This was not one. This is definitely not one of them. Like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna take a hit. I always feel like they were shady for some reason. I seem to grow too quickly and do too much. You don't need it. Yeah. So Ethan, um, so they didn't they didn't grow anything. They worked with farms. As a matter of fact, a lot of companies just work with farms straight up instead of grow. There are some that grow 'em, I'm sure. I just can't think of the names off the top of my head. But yes, they didn't grow at all. They just worked with farms and was like, "Hey, what's your so and so such and such?" And they were like, "This is our list." Da da da. And they're like, "All right, I want 200 ounces of that, 200 ounces of that, da 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 da." And then it went to the warehouse, packaged it out, and then it went to you guys, basically. But yeah, they never grew ever. They never grew. Uh, yes, he did. He gave me weird vibes too. He gave me fruity vibes. Flame. No, that's why they laid everybody off. The bank account did get frozen. That's what happened. And the message that he sent to all of us about being laid off in the beginning of it, he literally said, um, due to the bank account shit getting frozen. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Can't really read it. It says no, there's no updates on our funds. The bank account's still frozen. We have not had a deposit in over a week, and our bank account is closed. Obviously, we cannot operate with daily deposits. At this point, our only option is to lay off the entire staff. I am sorry for the inconvenience and we'll advise y'all on final checks when we get a deposit. So that was literally basically the only final update. So, yeah. But that still doesn't equate for what about everybody else? What about y'all? What the fuck? Like, what about y'all? Because y'all ordered. I was lucky enough, I was getting store credit monthly and just getting stuff. Also, I also want to let you guys know this too. Before I was full time, was I getting paid for videos? Yes. But just like I tell every other company when I was getting paid, you paying me is for the video and the work being done because I write scripts, and all that. That doesn't mean I'm going to give a great review or a bad review. I'm going to give whatever review I feel is right, depending on, if I like it or not, whatever. But I always try to stay neutral in my videos. If I don't like Purple Punch, for example, I'd be like, so if you personally like, the purple punch terps, so and so, such and such, you'll like this. I'm personally not a fan of it, but if you like these terps, you will like this. And that's kind of how I always went about it. So at the time, my rate for them was 800 a week, and that's what I was getting. So definitely good money. So what was the reason for the company going under? Uh, frozen bank accounts. Probably got investigated, I'm sure. Allegedly, I don't know. All I know is the bank accounts were frozen. And so we all got fucked sideways. Good gas though. No, grow isn't like oh, okay, okay. I thought you were talking about like growing. I see what you mean. Like they did it like crazy release. Yeah, yeah. A number of well spectrum members of the community always called spray kit. Okay, so that's one thing I also want to talk about too. So Jeffrey, as far as the whole spray thing and all that, I remember that being prominent, but that was back when we had D8 flower. Ever since then, I've had probably over 600 strains, and none of them to me were sprayed. Like none, like zip. But that's just in my personal opinion. Like none of them like gunked up my grinder. I never had that issue. But not saying that never did happen. I don't fucking know. I just know the ones I got. There's nothing wrong with them. Like the Trop Raspberry, for example. See, this was the last packages I got before it went out. See, looks just fine. Smells great too. But Sounds like Square caught them with the whole CLA thing and froze it. You think? I never knew, but like that makes sense. Everyone is approached through Square, and they always make sure CR is legit where they show you down. Interesting. I knew for a while they were wanting to go from I think it's called North Star, like a banking system. They were trying to get rid of Square and go to North Star, but I guess clearly they couldn't do it quick enough because that kind of fucked them. I worked with Jay back when it was only CBD. He promised me this and that and never followed through with it. And then a while later, he acts like he didn't know me. Sounds about right. Sounds about fucking right. And Jay never wanted affiliates or marketing to begin with. He hated the idea. He hated it. When we had the JK Fest and I was in California, he even told me, he's like, I never wanted affiliates for none of this shit. I just wanted to sell and do my thing, like kind of old school. Jake was the one who talked him into, hey, you should probably give the whole marketing thing a shot, like sending it off to people and stuff, because that can really grow. And obviously, it grew fucking crazy. But you have to be able to control that growth because without a leash on it, as you see, it goes wild and sometimes it'll bite you back. Yeah, I was one calling out on a spray during the DA day. Yeah, literally had proof because the same girl I was using, the same one. Oh shit. Okay. See, and that's stuff like I would have no idea on. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember when Jake joined Jake. I was back when it was only CDs here. Yeah, see, you go further back than even I do. My first order from them was like November of 2021, I think. Yeah, Square is the only institution that will process payments in this space. Interesting. Huh. I know. So this is funnily enough, this is actually the second hemp company I've worked for, and I've gotten fucked over by both of them. The first one was called East Texas Hemp Company here in the town I live, and I got all their flour for them, all that shit, and they were using Square, and they had that literally same issue that everything got froze because they needed to finish uploading their COAs, and he was just a dumbass, and so I had issues with that, and then that's when I got the well, fuck him. If you want, come with us, and you can work full time, making your normal money, still do all your reviews like you do now and all that. So I said, I mean, yeah. There's nobody on here that would literally say no to getting paid double your current salary and work from home, or even work from your phone if needed. If you need to go somewhere, you know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna say no to that. That's a pretty good fucking deal. But as you keep going on, it's like, okay, well, now you can't work for all the other people. Okay, well, people are gonna think I'm just blowing JK all the time because that's the only videos I can make. But I still want to help people. So you see how that kind of screwed me. And then the year hits and I didn't get my $5 raise. So I was supposed to get $5 raises per year. And they made me affiliate coordinator and promoted me and still didn't give me a raise. So hey, sorry, I'm new here. Did you work for the company as in like in the warehouse and day-to-day operation or just do reviews of their products? Hey Liz, first off, thank you for coming by. I appreciate that very much. Secondly, yes, I didn't work in the warehouse, but I did work for the company. I was head affiliate coordinator and head of social media, like social media manager. Technically, I there was a social media manager, but I was the main person, so technically, I guess I would have been. But yeah, I did reviews and stuff too. I mean, I still do videos and stuff. I'm just not doing it on them anymore, obviously. But yeah, I was anytime you looked on their social media, messaged the page, unless besides Monday and Tuesday, you were talking to me. So yeah. Hopefully you didn't have an order list. If you did, I'm truly sorry. It's just fucked. You're right, Ice. It's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, Jake was literally from Kansas. Knew him way back before things started. I don't even know how they met, Flame. I have no fucking clue how they met. I know Ice. Yeah, I know things get better. I'm not even tripping on it, honestly. Like, it sucks. Yeah, but a little faith and patience. I'll be alright. Another thing that sucks is I have like $3,000 in bills. And it's like I went from not working with any companies for over a year and a half to now being like, hey. A long time no talk. You know? Uh, I'd be like, "Due to insolvency, the company I work for laid everyone off, so I can gladly do videos again." It's been so long, I haven't got to try other people. I am so excited to finally get to try people again. Like, all these companies, I just wanna try them. I wanna make a tier list with everyone. That way I can see truly who's good and who's not. The fact that you now have all the experience, now you will let it back. I hope so, Jeff. I hope so. I'm sure I will. I mean, you know, I'm sure I'll find something. It's just if any of y'all got any companies y'all want to see, let me know down below and I will reach out to them for sure. I talked to Chandler and Glow earlier and they said they will reach out to some companies for me as well. But yeah, I'm honestly kind of low key excited. Obviously, if y'all seen, I've been making videos for a while, but it's been kind of um not stagnant, just I kinda lost the passion for making videos, especially when I can only do one place. It takes the joy out of doing it. I always thought in my head, even if I worked for them, if I'm off work, it's my own shit for 1, but for 2, I think that it would end up doing better because it would be like this, these companies, like say Shop Hello Mary, then Lucky Elk, then Revere or whatever, and then this, and then a JK video. It keeps it fresh. You know what I mean? When you're just like JK, 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 it's just like, just kidding. Like nobody wants to see that shit 24/7. Hot, haven't hot to try. Wait, what? Haven't hot to try real? Not sure what that means. I'll have to see. Try THCA King? I haven't. Glow told me about them, so I've seen them before, but I haven't tried them. I gotta try them. Flame, you still grow? If you do, I'll have to check it out. When I finally get paid, I'll have to order something. I hate that they did this to you and their staff. They shorted me half of my order and offered me a store credit, so now I have $155 in store credit that I'm not going to get to use apparently. See, that is well, if I had that much money, I would send it to you, but I don't even have that. I am like negative $400 right now because of them. Agreed from a viewer standpoint, a one company channel gets tiring. Yep, exactly. That's why you see me start trying to do other content like Apex, start doing my guitar stuff because I was just, regardless, I was gonna stop doing that shit soon because I was just tired of doing it over and over and over. JK was the Dollar General THC. I agree with that. Well, I'd say Dollar Tree, maybe not Dollar General, because Dollar Tree's got a bunch of shit for the same price. You know what I mean? And Dollar Tree is kind of lower quality, so you get what you pay for. You got the $1.25 section, then you got the $3 section. Oh, and then you got that $5 section. uh, Flame. Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Flame. I've actually had some companies send me stuff to try out for them and not do videos. I just hated the fact that I couldn't do a video and show you guys. But I've gotten to work with a couple of farms like Yaga's not too bad, and like I said, Elk Creek Genetics. I know they grow. They sent me a couple things. They wanted me to do videos again because they were super excited and liked my content that I made for them. But literally, the next time they messaged me, I had already had to sign that NCA. So yeah, I've heard good things about Straight Fire too. I haven't got to try it yet, but uh, when Taz and Smoke Dog disappeared, I knew it wasn't going to be long. So yeah, the whole thing was Smoke Dog was just very interesting for me, just because I seen him like delete all of his videos and then just start making shorts. But I also know he was at like 44,000 at that time, 45,000. He's probably got 60 now if he's still doing those. Um, is HMP still doing stuff? Holy shit! That's a name I ain't heard in forever. Hemp cartel. Holy shit. I remember a company called Hugh too. I remember that. I remember that when fucking Carnage was still doing his shit. Elihu had some pretty decent spray D8 flour. Never had any of it, but there are companies that come. So for me, at that time, like just straight up CBD flour, I think Elihu had some really nice stuff. Like the Bubba Kush tasted like actual Bubba Kush, just straight weed and not CBD. So that was like their main whoa, because people were like, "Holy shit, this doesn't taste like hay." But they weren't necessarily like the best at that time, anyway. I saw Yaga was on JK, right? Yeah, so that is Corey and Sabrina Henry, the owners of Yaga. They're not necessarily associated with JK. Like they do their own grows and all that shit. Like they grow indoor. They play different music for each strain, like genres and shit, and they use different lights for each strain and shit. So like each one's like customized for that specific grow. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I have to find some old photos and videos and I can post them. As a matter of fact, I might need to hit them up. They wanted to send me a couple ounces, and I couldn't at the time, but now I can. Jeffrey, Valley Hemp, Chunky Cattleman, Call Me Hemp, Alderson Family Farms. Okay, Jeffrey, so I'm about to tell you something and I might ruin your day. Sorry. Sorry. But you ready? Valley Hemp, Chunky Academy. Yeah, okay. So from what I was told, Chunky Academy is owned by Bay Smokes. The same owners that owned Bay Smokes or started Bay Smokes started Chunky. So from what I've been told, Chunky is just white labeled Bay Smokes. I can't prove or disprove that or anything, so I might still reach out to them just to see how it is, but I can't say for sure. That's just what I heard. Jay Gross, he went to jail. Oh damn, feel sorry for him. Damn. He, guys, yes, Carnage. Yeah, I know. Carnage hasn't made a video since. I've seen his name pop up playing Marvel Rivals, but like as far as videos and shit, all those subs were bought and paid for. Damn. Yeah, that's a big thing that's going on right now, like, especially in streaming, like view botting, buying subs, all that shit. I'm like, clearly, I ain't got no fucking bot subs. If that was the case, I wouldn't be at fucking under 1,000. I'd be at like 4 or 5 already. I'd be running that shit up. But yeah, and obviously, I'm not view botting. Fuck, this is the most people I've ever had watching me on a live stream. That's why I never do them because most of the time when I do them, it's like 0 for like an hour or like one person and then they pop out. So I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'll just make videos. Uh, oh, you're too nice. I would have never take that money from your pocket. The owner should be responsible for making it right, and they've already screwed you over enough. I'm sorry. Ah, that's all right. Like I said before, with enough faith and patience, something will come along. Everything will work itself out. You know, who knows? I might talk to some of these other companies, and they might ask me to start doing their marketing for them. Who knows? I would hope that'd be great because I already got all the stuff for it. You know the best part though, Flame, you'll like this. My wife, not only does she have a free 30 or 30-inch, 32-inch LG curved monitor and a laptop, but I also have $1,000 laptop that I never used. So now they don't get this back. Now I just get to keep it, which is great because it's free. It's supposed to be for work, but I already had a desktop that I got like a couple months before. So, and I never really needed my computer for work. But yeah, total, my check is supposed to be like $1,650 every 2 weeks. So I need, or 1,700 roughly. So I need that, and then $4,800 from the raise I wasn't given over that course of year or whatever. So 4,800 plus 1,650, whatever that is, that's what I need. Also, my gummy is king, so I might just watch this as soon as I lose my ability to type. Yeah, Ethan, that's fine. I don't plan on being on here for 3 hours and nothing like that. But I do enjoy being able to come on here and talk to you guys. JK Marketing just used views for you and bought creator subs and views. Well, they fucking should have done it for me. Shit. If that's the case, if they were buying everybody fucking bots and subs, they should have done it for me. Because I gain like 2 or 3 subs a day. That's about it. And the only reason one of mine 1 month I gained like fucking close to 100 or something like that. I started posting shorts and I got like 14,000, 15,000 views. And you guys know, you post shorts, you get a lot more subs that way, but they're not like actual fans or followers. They just watch the shorts and like, sub. You know what I mean? So they're like waiting for me to post more shorts. And I don't want to do just shorts, but I might start. That's dope. I might have to cut from y'all, gotta see what they have. Um, yeah, just well, if the COAs are real, I guess. Fuck, who knows at this point? But just double, triple check and just make sure. But I will say, when I had it, if I could bring up a video, I would. Let me see if I can pull up their site and maybe show y'all without showing a price. I will say they're very, very frosty, frosty, frosty. We were actually supposed to go back to California and go visit their farm in San Diego. We were actually supposed to go for this 420 down there, but that didn't happen. All right, let me show you real quick. Ice. Where is the thing? Turn around. That's what they look like. And when I went to the first JK Fest, I got all of these in the box together. The Zittles Pop, the Lilac Diesel, Hazy Cake. That shit is so hazy. Limoncello Haze. All these were pretty good. I know for a minute there, they were doing it for like 100 a zip, I think. Not bad. I'm glad you mentioned Yaga Farm. Are they legit? I keep getting emails from them, and the prices are close to what I'm looking for, but didn't know they're legit. Yeah, they're pretty good. I will say some of them are harsh. Like some of them to me hit like rapper weed. You know what I mean? Like look pretty good, taste pretty decent, but can sometimes be harsh. So I don't know. It's been like a year or so since I've got to try them, and since we work with them, I was like, okay, I know I can't work for other companies, but they're asking if they can send me a couple of zips and stuff. So can I do some videos for them since we work with them? And they said, we'll get back to you on that. That was like 6 months ago. There's other companies out here doing the same now. Yeah. I mean, there's a shitload of companies now doing those small zips and all types of shit, indoor zips, all that. Have you heard of Clubhouse drops? I have. Obviously, I haven't got to try any, but yes, I have heard. Aren't they like their site's like, I guess, locked or whatever until like the Friday they drop, and then it's like a rush, something like that. Not a bad idea. It gets the anticipation, going. Hey, Stewart, what's going on, my man? Yeah, it is crazy, bro. I just love to getting screwed anally without lube. It's a great feeling. Kind of sensitive, but it's great. And see, that's another thing. I feel bad for creators like Stewart. I worked with Stewart. Great dude. We were supposed to have a meeting, and basically just didn't get to fucking happening. And that's no one's fault but mine. There was so much shit going on in the background and they kept adding shit to my plate that I just couldn't just do it. And I wasn't going to schedule a meeting on my days off. I had already done multiple meetings on like Mondays. Like we had meetings every Monday and Thursday, and I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays. I literally did 10, 15, 20 meetings, give or take, whatever the fuck, on just a Monday or Tuesday in general that was not paid for, that I just did to help the company. So the only meetings I never got to was Stewart and Jared. So that is my fault though. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, lots of companies been out here rebranding too. Hey, who fucking knows? Who knows? It might be a month from now. We might see K&J wholesale. Instead of J&K distribution, that shit's K&J wholesale now. I'm sure. Connor's good people too. Yeah, so the last time I talked to him, he was starting his own company called Gamer Greens, and he wanted me to help with him. And then what happened was, I couldn't obviously because I had just signed that NCA, and he had got his site up, but then his site got taken down until he verified something about the site, like who he was and all that. And then he needed to like fix the processor again and all that, so it kind of just fucked everything. Because if I remember correctly, I think he left Jay Liddy's and started doing try to do that, and his site was down for like a week, 2 weeks after he had just started, so it kind of fucked him. And I haven't got to hear him since. But yeah, man, Karn's good. I was one of his original moderators. The only reason why I even started doing content was because he knew I could only get like $40 worth of shit a month, which, as you guys know, is not a lot, especially when they didn't have smalls back then. This was like when it first started coming out, like that first year or so. And so he talked to Serentry, who he was working with at the time, and asked them if they would send me their 4 pack of 1 gram Delta 8 dabs. And I was like, holy shit, I'm blown away because this is like $160 worth of stuff. Thank you so much, you know. And I shot my first 4 videos off of those 4 Delta 8 dabs, and then started working with Serentry, and then messaged JK, got them, Hemp Cartel, which then turned to HMP, and yeah, here we are. Get Lost Hemp, some old companies. Holy shit. I can't remember. I just remember them. What's the other one? Highly Concentrated, I think. I worked with them a long time ago. I think they're based out of Florida. But I know quite a few creators that don't make content anymore or post super infrequently. So I really got away from the hemp space on here. It is what it is. Yeah, well, also I've seen a lot of them too recently go to like food, like making shorts. Like Sebi G, he was posting all the time. And then he started doing like cooking shorts and then privated or deleted. I'm assuming he probably just privated all of his weed content. And so now it's just all shorts. But he's fucking gained 100,000 subs from doing shorts. So, I mean, if you want me to be realistic, I see why. If someone said, "Hey, you can make hemp content and then get these companies to pay you and do all that and have the potential of having your channel deleted and yada yada such and such, or you can make these cooking shorts, which obviously people are going to like, and get monetized that way, and then have YouTube pay you, and then you ain't got to worry about any company." You know, I honestly, I can't sit here and say I wouldn't do the same. If I was sitting here with you guys and I just said, I'm going to do like a munchy cooking thing short, if I did that and it got 15 million views, do you honestly think I'm gonna keep doing like him stuff? No. I'm gonna private every video. I'll make a separate channel for him or something. But this this one would end up turning into my monetized like, pay shit. So Leo's there. What happened with JK? I'll tell you. They fucked me without a rubber and went in dry. That's what they did. Leo, JK is no more. They're gone. Like, rest in peace, 2019, 2026. They are gone. Bye-bye. Yeah, they're fucking gone. Completely. They laid off everybody. I don't know if people are getting refunds. I don't fucking know anything. They just fucked everyone. Hi, Austin. I was the one on Reddit who thanked you for the wake. Oh, that was you. Well, thank you. Was that Christine? I'll tell you what, thank you so much, Christine. I'm gonna actually miss telling everybody good morning. I really enjoyed that. Even though sometimes y'all would slam the fuck out of me and say good morning, and then I'd have like 87 messages from everyone. But yeah, I did miss doing that. Even if I ever had a bad day, it was great to see everyone having a good morning and smoking. It was great. It was really good. I wish they wouldn't have deleted it. Fuck, at least they could have gave it to me. I would have done something with it. Something. Shit. But not telling anybody a message on there and then just disappearing, that's not right. Okay, distro phone, yeah. It's just fucked. What's an alternative for distro? Um, Reflect and Ice. There's a couple. There's a couple. So from what I've been told, like THCA King, Straight Fire, straight fire is with an 8. So STR8, I believe, fire. I heard it was really good. I have heard good things about Chunky Academy, but I literally just recently, like today and yesterday, heard bad things about it. So that was kind of 50-50. Same thing with the THCA small buds. I heard they were good. I also heard they were fucking terrible. So either way, I always recommend to you guys to when you're looking at stuff, even if the fucking COA is fake, as long as the date's right, I don't give a fuck if it's hot for D9. I just want my shit, you know? But regardless, I always try to pick stuff that's within 3 months of my when I'm picking something. So if it's January, I'm not picking something from last July. If it's January, I'm going to pick stuff from like October, November, December, just to give me the best chance at fresh bud, terpy bud. Like you can't go on these sites and be like, oh, there's a fucking set, there's a clearance. They got QPs for 130. There's probably a reason why. You know what I mean? Because if they're able to sell it that cheap, that means they were able to buy it that cheap originally. And why were they able to buy it that cheap? Some could say, well, volume, right? Okay, maybe if they got a big enough discount. But most of the time, you pull that shit up and it'd be like testing from 2024. You're like, it's 2026. That's probably why. Trying to get rid of it before they have to just burn it. Flame, I don't know if you still do stuff or not, but I mean, if you do, by all means, I'm fine if you want to plug anything. If anybody is in this live right now and y'all want to plug a company, I do not care. That is fine with me. Once again, I don't work with them anymore. I'm not on an NCA, NDA, so I can talk about all these other companies. I literally couldn't say a word about anybody for the past year. So now I can talk about anyone I want. It's so freeing. So great. I have the same laptop now. Oh, fuck. Bet. They will end up filing bankrupt. Everyone's probably screwed. Yeah. But here's the thing, Flame, that they fucked up. And I'll tell you why. I did study law for a short time. So let me tell you this. One of the messages that one of the supervisors put in our Slack, and it says per case, so per the owner, uh, due to insolvency, keyword, remember that word, due to insolvency, at this time, we'll have to ask everyone, stay off of work and all that time until everything gets figured out and processed and all that. Well, Texas Labor Law Code, Chapter 61, actually speaks about that directly. And I was advised that if a company claims insolvency, I can claim unemployment from them. And if they don't pay it, the government will. So we'll see. Hopefully. I'm not trying to get 7, 8 grand a month. I just want to get my fucking check for a couple months until I can find something else. But you have that same laptop. Nice. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I barely used it. I'm obviously about to start, but uh, yeah, I barely even fucking used the thing. I only used it when I traveled. I was thinking, Flame, where do you shop? Jeffrey, that fucking Flame used to have a company, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I don't know if he still does it or shut it down. Let me tell you, if he won't tell you, I will. Running a hemp company is a fucking headache. Okay, it's a fucking headache because it doesn't matter if it's the best flower in the world. Does not matter because you're still gonna have people that says they don't like it because it's too dry. It's not terpy enough. Some people will say it's harsh. Fuck. Some people will say it's not good enough. Some people will say it's too expensive. You need something cheaper. Like, okay, well, like they say, you're never going to find anything cheap that's quality, and you're never going to find anything that's quality cheap. You know what I mean? If you see a 3.5 selling for $2.50, you have the expectation it's probably going to be shit. So you got to do the same thing when you're thinking about ounces of flour and shit. You know what I mean? You To a certain extent. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had some $30 zips that were fire for me. You know what I mean? Like super terpy, not harsh, fresh, all that shit. Great. But that being said, you're not gonna have that as consistently at the lower prices as you would some of the higher up stuff. Because even at the higher up stuff, it'll still be super frosty, super effective. It just might not be turfs you like. But at $30, there's a whole lot of factors that can play in that bitch. Like it's cheaper because it's dry or older, not as terpy. It could be outdoor, could be greenhouse. So you just always got to make sure, try to look at the COAs as best as you can. We don't know if it's going to be obviously real one or a fake one. You just got to kind of take the risk on that yourself. But I also, do you know how they would sell bud at such a cheap price? Yes. Buying in bulk. Now, I won't sit here and say specifically how much we were making a month. A lot, more than I'll ever see in my lifetime, by multiple folds. Like, a 1 month, uh, would set me up for a lifetime. That's how much we were making. Like, a lot. A fucking shit ton. So, we were like, "How would they get the buds so cheap?" They weren't. I know some companies are, like, getting, like, a couple pounds at a time, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. We were getting hundreds of pounds at a time, like 4 or 500 pounds, 1,000 pounds at a time. That shit was moving like a lot. So if you think a discount for you would be crazy once you pick up 25 pounds, imagine how much the discount is for 500. But you also got to think too, if they're picking up that much flour, obviously some of that's going to be fucking older. I don't know any farm that's growing 500 pounds per harvest. I mean, there could be. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not an expert, but I don't know any places that can do that much per harvest. So I'm sure a lot of it was older flour and then, grabbed from multiple farms, like 10, 15 different farms. If you break it up like that, you can get 50, 50, 50, 50, and then it kind of stacks up. That's why there was times where you would have like let's just say a white runts, and then you have a white runts the next time, and you're like, this don't taste like the last white runts I had. Probably because it wasn't. Probably because they bought all the white runts they could from this place and then restocked it from another place. So you get those slight differences, and since we didn't know which farm was which, because obviously the names aren't on there for privacy purposes, you couldn't shop by the farm you liked. I know y'all were shopping by the strain you liked, and then like, this tastes different. Where this is so and so such and such. Probably because it was a different farm growing it. Smoking last my JK. Now I got lucky. Damn. Yeah. Well, luckily for me, this is my review box. This is what was supposed to be up next for you guys. So, so when I tell y'all, I've been doing this for a while, and I get sent a lot of shit. That's what I meant. And this stuff is like a month's worth. Now, when I was working with multiple companies, I was having like 10, 12 companies at a time sending me zips. So I had a lot of stuff from multiple places. And that's the one thing that sucks is because even I personally don't know who's fire right now and who's ass because I've been out of the loop since I haven't been able to try everybody. And I haven't had the money to like be ordering from all these places. I'm like, if I'm going to order from somewhere, I want to be able to film it. But since I can't film it, what's the point, Because I want to show you guys. You guys are the reason why I've even had a job in the first place. All the content, all that shit, and y'all following over the years, that's the reason. So I owed it to y'all to show stuff. So I didn't want to buy it and it just kind of get wasted. I mean, yeah, it's my medicine and it helps, but the whole point is to show y'all so y'all know what's decent. I like the way you said that, Flame. See? Don't shop, I distribute. Yes, sir. And I will say this from the very few times I actually have talked to Flame, guys, anyone that's in there, I'm not gonna like vouch for him personally. He's my best friend, but the few times I have talked to him, he's always been very straightforward with me, at least, and very blunt. Like, he would be like, "Yeah, I have this, this, and this. I don't like this at all, but there are people that do, so I have it." That's respectful. You know what I mean? I respect the blunt and the honesty. So, Stuart, oh, thank you, brother. Clubhouse drops, Flow Gardens, Lucky Up, TVN Family, Cookies, Gold Spectrum, Chunky. I thought about talking to Gold. I know they sent Justin like $250 in store credit. I might do the same thing. Get a bunch of 3.5s from him. Add Flame Train to their list. You smoked the last batch of JK Gorilla Glue? I think I have some. I think my wife has some, but I know for sure I have like a sample of that shit and I rolled it and smoked it. But it wasn't bad. Gorilla Glue is personally not my favorite strain. I'll just tell you that. It's a classic strain. I know a lot of people like it and it's got good effects. It just never was my favorite, but still really good. Why couldn't you work with other companies? Did they give you specifics? Yes, Stuart. It might have been Justice who was telling them, but because I was always talking to Justice, who was the affiliate coordinator at the time before she left, I was telling her that I was like, JK needs to get more rosin. I work with Shop Hill Mary. They got the rosin, Rosalind and Crisp. Like, we need more rosin and we need indoor smalls. And then literally I get a text like 20 minutes later saying, hey, per the owners, we all think it's in the best interests that you don't do videos for other companies. So could you please delete the last 30 days of your content of other places? Like, cool. So it's either that or lose my job. You know what I mean? You're not. What are you gonna do? You know. So that's why like I said, I didn't want anyone thinking I was blowing fucking JK and I was just like a fanboy. Like, no, that's just the only content I could really make on stuff. So that's why. That's why you still see like recently you still see me doing like dry herb vaporizer videos. Like I work with a riser, I got this in. This is their newest one. That's why you still seeing those videos because it was not competing with JK because they don't have any devices like this. So it wasn't an issue. But yeah, I had to literally tell Shop Hill Mary, hey, can't do it no more. And then Elk Creek Genetics hit me up and was like, hey man, so happy. I'm ready to send you out another pack. Are you ready? Like, yeah, about that. I can't really do it anymore. So, Stuart, a lot of companies won't let you do that. Yeah, reflect. He's right about that, Stuart. Not necessarily as much as in Texas, at least that I've noticed, but I know a lot of people like in California, there's a lot of NCAs that they do, like just no competes. And some of them even have it to where they'll have it in the contract where it's an NCA for like 2 or 3 years after termination, where you can't even work for a company in the same space for years after. Luckily, that wasn't in my contract, but also for two, he voided my contract already, so it wouldn't have mattered regardless. I don't care who my reviewers review for. All we do is give them a discount. I get $20 for every 200. See, just like that. And that's what I meant. Honest, blunt person, right fucking there. He owns a company, and he'll say it right there. Look, I don't care who my reviewers review for, because he knows. He knows he's got great flour. He knows that fucking people are gonna have opinions. There's some people that are gonna say his is the best, and there's some people that are gonna say his is the worst. Everyone's got opinions, but the simple fact is, like Flame said right there, he lets you make that opinion on your own, and that's fucking respectful. We need more people like that. I know Kendra from Strange Tree, we had versus battle on Cook. Yeah, I do remember that back in the day. And so I worked with Kendra for a while. She actually, you know what, Flame, Kendra actually hit me up like the end of last year. And she was like, hey, how have you been? Da 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 da. She's like, I don't work for Serene Tree anymore, but if you still want to review some of their stuff again, I can always hit them up. No, I'm good. Like they wanted me to review like the diamonds and stuff. I'm like, y'all are still selling just straight THCA diamonds, no sauce, nothing. I was like, that video is not going to do good. Especially when there's people getting actual like cold cure hash rosin, ice water hash and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Discord was legendary. Yeah, I know, man. There was like 3,500 people in there. It was so fun. Fuck, I miss that. That's gonna suck too. I have a Discord, but no one was ever in it, so I just stopped being in there. I knew something was up because they'd been slacking since late March. Yeah, radical. And you know the fucking worst part is their bank account wasn't even frozen until this past week. So the crazy thing is they were just fucking up on their own. Even if they didn't get their bank account frozen, something was gonna happen. Clearly. There were so many ounces that were oversold, like thousands and thousands of ounces that got oversold because there's so many people that coming in onto the website and ordering like daily. There was like 400 or 500 orders a day. Not even joking, 400 or 500 a day. So you got to think if the web dev dude fucks up and puts the wrong thing on the site, by the time anybody catches it 3 or 4 hours later, you might be looking at 100 orders. And then you're like, oh, fuck. You know, so it's just a clusterfuck, man. It's a clusterfuck. What happened? Cam, they fucked everybody. I hope you didn't have an order out because if you did, you're getting. um, let's make a long story short. They can't access any funds, and they can't run the warehouse and pay us and all that stuff, full time employees. With obviously no money coming in, except for the daily profits. But the daily amount isn't enough to cover everything. So they laid everybody off earlier today. And then they took everything off of the Discord. Jake was in our pro ambassador chat and told everybody it was great working with you and so such and such. And once again, like I said in the beginning of this video, I think one of the most fucked up things is the fact that Jake was one of the first workers with them, if I remember correctly. And he found out when I found out. How is literally one of the first workers there finding out shit when I find out? Like I said earlier, I understand, like, I'm not important. I'm like fucking 25th employee, whatever the fuck it is. But he was like one of the first five, you know, if not the first three. So it makes no sense why he wouldn't have gotten updated sooner. And the fact that they didn't tell him shit is just very disrespectful to him. You know, I feel sorry for Jake because I know a lot of people are bashing him right now. Like, oh, it's your fault. I promise you, Jake had nothing to do with any of it. Okay. So please do not go off on Jake. Jake is a good dude. He's always been nice to me, always helped me with everything. I will say I did go off on him and his wife earlier because I was being accused of talking shit about them and all that. So if they're watching this video, I just want to say I personally apologize to both y'all. Just in the heat of the moment, but I don't like being accused of saying I'm talking shit about you. What I said in Justin's live when he put me on the phone live stream, I said Jake didn't know. Jake was one of the first employees and he wasn't told anything until today. And then I guess everyone took that as he knew. I don't know. But no, Jake didn't know shit. He found out when I found out. He got laid off when I got laid off because he literally said today in the Slack thing, okay, any updates today? And then someone else said, yes, please clarify. And then that's when we got that message I showed earlier. So, and that's the only thing we got. And yes, radical, like Flame says right down here, I warned everyone for years. That's true. Before I was even full time with him, I remember him saying something about it. But the way I always look at stuff, I always try to stay neutral, and I'm always like, unless I see it firsthand or it happens to me, it's not in one ear and out the other, but it's also like take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? So this is the first time when I actually got fucked, and so now I can officially say, yeah, they're pieces of shit. Straight fire is Jay Lee from everything. But really interesting. I did not know that. I had a falling out with Jay Liddy because of trying to be respectful and not call her a B word, but whatever her name is, Lalo, Layla, whatever the fuck. I was working with Jay Liddy forever, ever, like, when he started his shit, and then when she came in, she literally kicked me out off of the team, like, a month later. So, I like Jay Liddy, but fuck Lala, Layla, whatever the fuck her name is. She's a bitch to me. I never had a rebrand, and that is fucking true. That right there is literally the only reason why I know who you are, is because your name is still the same. Flame Train CBD. I still remember that from when, like, you first started. I remember the name. I never had a rebrand. I don't even sell a zip for 130. See, it's not bad. You get what you pay for. Yeah. White Asher. Yo, K RKR. I actually have seen that name before. White Ash Reserve. I heard that name. I heard good things, but I haven't got to try it. Hopefully I will though. So what happened too? I heard their bank account got, see, something like that, frozen, something. Ain't no money coming in or out. You hit me up. What's that? Hey Flame, I appreciate that, guys. You heard it here first. You see right down there, Flame. It said hit him up through the website. He'll send me something out. That's fucking respectful. And honestly, I need that. And that right there is gonna be a great fucking video. You know why? Because people have been wanting me to do different fucking flour, and I've gotten comments on every other video about me doing different companies for so fucking long. So now I'm gonna be like, y'all asked for it, new company. And everyone's gonna blow up. Thank you. I'll as soon as I'm off here, I will hit you up. I promise. And I can even fucking do a comparison against them. I'll be like, "Oh, you got this, but this one's actually real." Oh, it's gonna be a good video. Y'all don't worry. I'm gonna be putting a lot of salt on everything. And a dash of pepper. Purple Baby Yoda was harsh, but fire. Yeah, so I didn't have that problem with the Purple Baby Yoda. It was actually pretty good for me. From what I was told, is they were supposed to be getting more of it for 420, and they just weren't able to. I'm gonna take a ball vape rip real quick. See that? 500 rubies inside there. It's a real connoisseur step right here. Terps, so good. No, I'll never shut down until they make it fairly. We've been thriving since 2019. Yeah. Consistency. That's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters. Jeffrey says way more misses under $100 ounces, in my experience. Yeah, I can see that, honestly. If you're shopping by terps, like what you like, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Now, if you're just randomly picking, I couldn't necessarily agree with that because I've had some that are over $100 that I didn't like as much, some that were like $50. But they're also different terps, and that plays a large factor. But I will agree with you if it's like a lemon cherry gelato $50 zip versus a lemon cherry gelato 150. You almost guarantee the 150 is probably gonna be a lot better, frostier, terpier, fresher, everything you want. You know, $50 ounces of legal Michigan weed can either be amazing or straight dry. Yeah, see, and I'm in Texas, guys. I'm in Texas, so this is another thing I was looking at too. Like all the people that worked at the warehouse in Cali, if they lost this job, they can work at another dispensary or some shit like that. I'm in Texas. Regardless, can I go work for a dispensary here? Yeah. But if they make it illegal in November, I'll be back to looking for a job again. So now I'm at the standpoint where do I keep trying to work for hemp companies like full time until November and then get fucked again? Or just find a completely different job and then just do this on the side? I don't know. That's where it makes it difficult. The dopest shop was buns. Yeah, every time I see fucking Yola post a new flower and showing it looks fire, but I never hear anything good. So I'm like, what the fuck? After Amco, it's 180 zip out the door, but all top shelf exotics. I know that shit is fire. And I write scripts for my videos too. So I try to make it as engaging as possible. I try to take out all the fluff and all that bullshit, you know what I mean? But I like to have script, do a breakdown on it, have the up close and do some really, decent close ups at least so people can see what it looks like before they, cop something. But after out code, it's 180. And see, and if it's 180 a zip after a code, that must mean that shit is fire. Fire, fire. I'm so mad I don't have my check. I'm literally like negative $400. And every day that I'm not working, because I have literally bills every other day. So by this time next week, I'll probably be like negative 800, negative 1,000. And then what's even worse is the check after it, the new pay period started this Monday. Remember, I'm off Monday, Tuesday. They told me to be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So even if I were to get that next check, there's not going to be nothing on it. So either way, I'd be fucked. And the more I get, the better. Just kind of usually do like 10 elbows per drop. But I was a broker for the network before. See, that's nice. It's not you fucking. You know what I mean? That network is really good when you're respectful. Pay people on time, be sincere, honest. It'll take you a long way because people realize that you're a good person, not a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? So another problem, I'll let y'all know this. I'm gonna say allegedly, just so I don't get in trouble. But maybe don't get fronts from the farm. Yeah. Maybe don't get fucking 200 ounces or fucking 100 pounds as a front from everybody. Like, I'll pay you afterwards. Because guess what happens now? Yeah. Never, ever take a front. Appreciate that. Kendra meant well, just was wrong. I know. And that sucks for her too, because I know she was just so bubbly and was happy with it and wanted to see it grow. I don't know if she's still doing her own coffee thing. I know she was wanting to do a coffee business, but I don't know. Always be rude with the updates, though. Fuck a bro. Yeah, Stuart. That's what I'm saying. Anytime Jake got an update, he would say something. You know what I mean? Like he would tell us if he got an update. That's why I think it's so fucking crazy that he got the update when I got the update. And it was just a mass message to everybody. Sarcasm. Y'all, real quick, if y'all haven't seen Sarcasm's video on the JK thing, please go check it out. Because I feel for her so much and I agree with everything she said, but at the same time, she made me laugh because I've never seen her more mad. I wouldn't even say mad. I'd say like pissed off or fucking disappointed. She made me feel like she was like I was her son. Like I was like, because she was pissed, like fucking mad. And she's one of the creators too that was owed fucking money. She's owed money right now, commission and in invoice. That guess what? Would not get paid for it. And her, along with everyone else, including myself, probably already has that money in her head of what she needs to spend it on, like her car payment and insurance. She was probably thinking, okay, for a certain amount of money, okay, go for rent, that, a little bit of groceries, bet. Now, gone. So, so what happened? They just took their money and ran. As of right now, I'm not going to say that, Vincent. I'm not going to say they just took it and ran at this point because it's only been a couple of days. Um, if it's still like this by next week, then yes, I'll make a video and like do an official video and actually go over it. But at this point, accounts are frozen, so money's not going in or coming out. It's just froze there. Last time I heard today, they're still waiting on a big deposit, cash deposit, so they can pay payroll and all that shit. So I wouldn't necessarily say they just took the money and ran yet. But if I don't get paid, trust me, I will be making a short and a long form video discussing just fucking that. Trust me. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's understandable. I swear. Yeah. Oh, I know, Vincent. I know. Yeah. You're referring just to JK. Yeah, they Oh, the fucking man bun. You know what's crazy too is the fact that when we were in Cali, we were up on that mountain. If y'all ever remember watching that JK Fest video where we were up there, I forget what the place is called, but we're up on a mountain right beside the pool by a fire, and I'm on mushrooms, and I'm sitting there like new place on, like I said, on a mountain. I'm in East Texas. There are no fucking mountains here. There's just little hills. And anyway, and he's just sitting there like fucking playing sax. So I'm like sitting here tripping, like, whoa. And I hear fucking fucking tonight the music. It's just fucking oh the fucking man bun though. That shit's hilarious. Fucking man bun. Guitar and smoke. I'm so disappointed about that, bro. Me too. Honestly, me too. Being one of the biggest hemp companies, just in terms of revenue and strands and all that shit, it was going well. Well, it was going well from the outside. I can't say if it was going well internally. I didn't see all the numbers. Like, I don't know what the bills look like, but I do know what was coming in. And like I was saying earlier, more than I'll ever make in my lifetime per month. We'll say that. Actually, they were making more per 2 weeks than I've made in the past 5 years, probably. So it was a lot, a fucking shit ton of money, which makes me more mad at the fact why didn't I get my fucking $5 raise? You know, like oh shit, you work with Jay Lee's too? Yeah, I had some bad business with them before too. Decent flour though, not gonna lie. Yeah, good flour. But everything was great until Lala joined the team, and then she fucking booted my ass right after. Before that, I always worked with Jay, and it was great. But when she came on the team, he wouldn't even talk to me. Jay stopped talking to me completely, and it was just her. And then she was like, "Yeah, you're not bringing enough revenue." Boof, and booted me. I was like, "Okay, but what had happened was that my channel got deleted after I did one of their videos, and so obviously I wasn't bringing in a lot of revenue because people were trying to find me again and all that. Jay knew that, and so he was cool with sending me out and like helping me get back up there. And she was like, bye. So kind of fucked me. Comparison would be no contest for sure. That's why I'll be more than happy to fucking do it. Trust me, I do not mind. Whatever, whoever I get flour from, if it's good flour, I'm gonna make sure people know it's fucking good flour. Trust me. Y'all haven't y'all seen my videos and obviously y'all been enjoying them, but that's just work, being done. Y'all are actually about to start seeing Austin make some videos again. Like me actually enjoying making them. Like when I get some stuff from Flame Train, I'm like, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Austin back with yet another banger. And y'all have been asking me this for the past year, year and a half. I haven't been able to try any other companies, so I thought it was only right to start the flower journey again off with the best banger I could think of, and that is BAM! Showing it. You know what I mean? Flame Train. Da 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 da. Y'all guys, y'all are not gonna want to miss this. Look at the track homes on this. It's not Christmas, but I promise you, there's some frost on this one. It'll be good. I'm gonna enjoy that shit. Camp. I'm in Florida. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, see, that'd be dope. I want to travel more. Like I said, I was supposed to. I was actually supposed to go I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. I was supposed to go with Yokan and Eric Kahn to their event, the Champs in Vegas. I was supposed to be there with them, but they told me like 3 days before they wanted me there. So like I can't make it. And they didn't want to pay for my plane ticket. I'm like, well, I'm not going. I'm literally Yokan's like lead product tester too. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying for my flight, especially 3 days beforehand. That shit's gonna be expensive. think the industry will be gone in November. Yeah, probably. Unless there's an injunction or something. But fuck, I mean, I think every fucking state in the country will get legalized before Texas does. I'm in fucking Texas. They're trying to go backwards. So, hell, in Texas, wax is a felony. You know how stupid that sounds? Like, don't judge me. This just because I wanted some cheap dabs. Okay, don't judge me. This was like when they were banning the smokable stuff in Texas, so these were 60% off. I got it for like $10. You know what I'm saying? Cheap medicine. Don't judge me. This is not something I would actually dab most of the time because it tastes like candy. I want it to taste like cannabis. Anyway, this right here in Texas is a felony. How much is in here? 2. I'm right at like the 2 gram mark. So, what is it? It's like 2 grams or more in Texas is like 5 to 10 years in penitentiary because they view this as a controlled substance because it's concentrated. You know how fucking stupid that is? You know how many people like to dab? You know how many people in Texas have fucking baller jars, like ounces of wax? That's literally prison for like 20 years. So stupid. I'm actually in an illegal state as well, Wisconsin. I'm moving to Florida in a month to be able to access all the stress plus beaches. I'm originally from Houston. Hey, shout out Ace Town. I'm actually used to live in Angleton, like South Houston, like down 288, like way down 288. And I worked at the Home Depot as special sales manager for Home Depot in Lake Jackson. So that kind of gives you an idea of where I was around before I moved back to East Texas. I'm originally from East Texas, but I tell people I'm from South Houston and shit. So, but yeah, I'd love to go to Florida. My wife's been to Florida, but I haven't got to go. I want to go to some fucking dispensaries and grab some shit. Because I've only been into one dispensary ever, and that was when the first time I went to California. I got a 3.5 with some connected, and that was such good flour. I'm like, damn, people get this shit. Prayers broke out will make way for them. Yes, sir. A little bit of faith and patience is all you need. I mean, hell, well, look at you. You know what I mean? I don't know what you were doing, before you had your, distribution thing and all that. But I know when you first started it, you had a little bit of faith and you had a little bit of patience. And look where you're at now. That's probably all you do now. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. It'll take you a long way. Like I said, be an honest, good person, work hard, live right, treat people the way you want to be treated, and God will return the favor. So just take no, they haven't yet anyway. They said we're still supposed to be getting paid, so we'll see. Luis, what's good, brother? Damn, these are going. There's more comments than I can read it. Hey, what's good, my bro? Shit. Um, job hunt. Anybody want feet pics? Just saying. Oh damn, I'm realizing how far back people are as I'm talking. Holy shit. Oh snap, never had to get a front. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it too. Sorry, I didn't know you had seen my comment earlier. Oh no, you're good, Vincent. No problem. No problem. No, I don't know how recent these are because I'm like trying to read them as I go. I never had this many people in my live streams. So it's like my first time like just trying to read quickly. You always respond to all messages, bro. You did a great job. Thank you, Luis. I tried. As of me actually leaving the thing, there's still tons of messages I couldn't get to, but since I wasn't working, they don't like me to work when I'm not on the clock and scheduled. So, but yet they wanted me to do meetings when I was off. Whatever. I had 1K in referral money and 1,500 in store. Oh my god. Okay, so one thing I will tell you guys, there are if you ever look at websites, they have like the top 10 best THCA sites and shit. When you click on their link, when you click on their link, look at the link itself. If it's like www.jkdistro.com/ fuzzy penguin, that means that website has a referral link, so they're getting money. There's websites in our affiliate group, the thing that I was over and my wife did the payments and stuff for, that were making like 9 G's a month. And we took our $1,000 max payout every 2 weeks to 500. So that already pissed a shit ton of people off. Like Stuart just said right there, I had 1K in referral money and 1,500 in store credit. We would have had to split that in 2 payments. And here was the fucked up thing: we'd be doing payments, and we have to put them on a list, and go down the list as we go. Right? Fridays is supposed to be the payout days. She would do like 3, 4 people, and then no more funds in that account for payouts. And then everyone getting mad at her, like, "Yo, why don't the fuck you pay me out? It's been fucking a month now." Well, fuck. If there's 200 people needing payouts, and she can only do 3 before shit gets declined, it's a fucking issue. You know what I mean? That's just fucked. Luis, did JK get closed for good? Yes. Gone. Like, bye bye. You'll be rehired? Oh, no, I won't. Not by them. There is no more JK. It's gone. Like, gone. The only reason why the website is still up is probably just fucking because the web dev guy is laid off and he doesn't, and I'm sure the owners don't know how to turn it off themselves. So that website just might be up as an ancient relic. I'd take one last screenshot if I was y'all. Yeah, Cam. That's what I was saying about Stewart. 1,500 store credit. Shit. You in Louisiana? Yeah. Yeah, Cam. He's from Louisiana. He's got a thick accent too. He sound like my family that live down there. Down in Parrish and Jonesboro. That's the only reason why I didn't ever ask when they were like, "Hey, you want your commission?" I want my money. I don't want it in store credit. Because I get store credit anyway monthly for my stuff. I was like, I need my money for bills and whatever else. Sounds like they were going broke and knew what they were doing. But here's the thing, Flame. How? How? Like I said, I know how much we were bringing in a month. I don't know the bill side of it, but I know how much we were bringing in. And if I was able to, I, when I talk to you later, Flame, when I email you later on your site or whatever, I'll tell you exactly how much was coming in monthly. But let's just say we'll just say M's, okay? M&M's, okay? Wrapper and the candy, M&M's and a half a M. When you just take half a bite of an M&M, if you get what I'm saying. So, how you make that much monthly and still going broke? Don't know. I think you're probably trying to grow too fast. Moving to Pensacola in a month. Yeah, Pensacola. That's gonna be a big change up for you though. Wisconsin to Florida? I mean, you'll probably love it, but just remember, in Wisconsin, you don't have to really deal with floods. So that might be something new for you. I hope you like swimming, just in case. It feels like Florida gets hit by a hurricane every couple years, if not almost every year. Fuck. El Asador is the best Mexican food here. Why not say Asador? Asad, Asarro? Asador? Whatever. I can't speak Spanish. My wife's Hispanic and she can't speak any Spanish. I speak more than she does. Uh, what's up with Yaga Farms? Not bad. Yaga's not bad. Um, the name of the site is literally that, just Yaga Farms. They're not bad. How they locked in so many good creators in the long term. A lot of it bad name just by association. Yep. I mean, probably, like me too. But like I said, at the end of the day, I I just enjoyed making content. And the only way for me to get my medicine was to continue making content. So, like I said, I've had several videos where I did stuff that I was like not really a fan of, but if you like, these so and so terps, you'll like it. Like I said, I try to stay neutral because as long as it's like decently fresh flower, terpy and not harsh, I don't care if the terps are terrible for me. I will still give it a good review as a neutral review. And I will say in that video, hey, just letting you know, I do not care for haze terps, like that sour pickle type of terpene. It's not my favorite. But that being said, if you do like that terp, you will like this. And that's how I went about stuff that I didn't like. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, this is ass, da, 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 da," just because I don't like the taste. If it looks fire and it is fire, you're gonna know. But yeah, those contracts and stuff. And see, I was already full time, so I couldn't say no. You know what I mean? Say no, you lose your job at that point. I can't believe I bought for them either. I mean, you get. I don't want any of y'all to feel bad for yourselves if you're like, well, I can't believe I ever bought from them. We all did, or most of us did. Fuck, you know what I mean? Most of us bought from them. It was just, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, just like I don't. I knew a little bit more than y'all, but I didn't know that fucking much. Nobody talked to me from the company every day. Literally, before I started doing all the meetings and stuff, I would talk to Jake maybe once a month, if that. I was just doing my thing, like posting it, look at the site, see what sales they have popping up, see the emails, see what stuff's in stock, and then I'd post off based off of that. But any of those posts you ever seen from JK, all the posts and all that stuff, I didn't make the ads specifically. I made a couple, but I didn't make all the ads. But the actual posts where they were written out really well, that was all done by me. That was the whole marketing thing that I was doing. And the Reddit and all that. Jake could never like post on Reddit. He could never get full access for some reason. I never knew why. But I looked at it the other day. I've made 1,700 posts on Reddit from the JK account. And I made my last post today, earlier, telling everybody to check out my stuff. 5, 10 years, fuck that. Yeah, tell me about it. Ah, Connecticut. Never been there, but that shit sounds. Don't be so soft. What they used to say, my grandpa? Like softer than baby shit, boy. So soft. I graduated Pasadena High in 1998. Damn. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. But Pasadena, where the fuck? California? I don't know why I was gonna say Arizona. I'm a fucking idiot. Holy shit. But no, I was actually, in case anybody wants to know, I was born February 26, 1996. So as of this year, I'm actually 30. I finished school when I was like 15, like freshman or no, sophomore. Yeah, second semester of sophomore. I finished high school, basically. So I've been out of school since like 2010, 2012. One of those. Supposed to graduate in 2014. Yeah, I think it was 2012. Sure wish Auburn could get Coach Sark from the Longhorns. Yeah, Texas got him on lock. Let's see. I'll actually read it out to you guys. Texas weed concentrate law. Here you go. Ready? In Texas, the law treats THC concentrates differently from flower marijuana, classifying them as a felony. Possession of detectable amounts of THC, including concentrates like wax, dabs, and shatters, a felony in Texas. The law defines low THC cannabis as cannabis containing no more than 10 milligrams of THC per dosage unit. I'm trying to find out where it says the time. I'm still filming. What's up? Hmm. Okay. Let me look up the punishment. Here it is. Okay, this is what I was trying to read to y'all. Possession of less than 1 gram of THC concentrate is classified as a state jail felony, punishable by up to 180 days, 6 months, to 2 years in jail, and fines up to 10 gram just for 1 gram. Remember, I showed you earlier this guy had like 2 grams in it. So for me, possession of 1 to 4 grams of THC concentrate is classified as a third-degree felony, which can result in 2 to 10 years in prison. Possession of 1 to 2 classified as a third-degree felony, 2 to 10. It didn't even say up to, just can result in 2 to 10. Possession of 4 grams or more can lead to 2 to 20 years. So yeah, that's fucked. That is fucked. I think Cam and Flame are talking about two completely different things. And unfortunately, where I'm at in reading the comments, I haven't caught up, so I'm like behind. I'm trying to read them quickly. Yaga Florence, Flame, major algorithms popping. Hopefully. Fuck. I bet they're taking business loans out they didn't pay. I think so. That could be it. Allegedly. I don't know. Once again, that would cause them to file for bankruptcy. Luis, the amount you said. Sorry, I have Asperger's. I'm a little awkward sometimes. Very blunt though. What's up, Cannabis? I didn't even plan on staying live this long. I just venting basically. People want to know what's up, and people kept coming in asking what's up. So my lives are never this popping. So I appreciate everyone who's actually in here. I grew up in Houston until I was 18. Yeah, I've been here this whole time. See, even Cannabis, another content creator with us, or was with us. This bullshit, and he was one of the most recent ones. It's like, damn, if y'all knew it was going this bad, why the fuck even bring on new creators? Because that just fucks them up. Yeah, fucking yeah. I'm almost caught up, or I think I'm caught up. Fuck. I prefer constructive criticism if someone gets something from me. So they should just say so. Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking roast their ass. You know what I mean? But like, that's what I try to do. Constructive criticism. If I don't like it or I think it's a little leafy, I'll just say that. But you got to know nothing's perfect. But if you're paying the perfect price, it should be. But don't expect perfect if you're paying 30, 40. You know what I mean? Like you're going to expect some errors somewhere. Christine, I did. They had me for 55 right now. That sounds like it was what? Black Label Zip or something, maybe? Or maybe just a couple sevens. I don't know. Only make company better. Yeah, exactly. Like, criticism will only make companies better. No right about it. No right about it. Ah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You graduate. Oh shit! Damn, I'm this far behind in these chats right now. Can't even. I graduated high school when you were born. Fuck. Damn, I'm so far behind. And that's actually crazy you said that, Cannabis, because uh, you were your mother and father blessed you with some great skin. Like they say, black don't crack, because that shit you ain't got a single fucking wrinkle. You could have told me you graduated in '04, like with my brother, and I would have believed it. I'd be like, yeah, probably. It's about right. But no, he's like, no, 10 years before that I graduated. I'm like, oh shit. This motherfucker looking fucking young. I finished school in 97, been blazing since 93. So let me ask you this, Flame. When you started in 93, did it make the next 4 years better? Probably. I would assume so. And those were some of the best times back then. Because you're like trying to hide and smoke and you're just getting fried off of some Reggie, thinking you got some great stuff. Fucking $100 brick. And if anybody here is from Texas, y'all will know. I found this out recently, by the way. A lot of places didn't call it the same thing we did. So here in Texas, I remember it being Reg, right, first, and then corn. When corn became available, it shipped 10 a G. You know what I'm saying? What? Reggie, you get 5 a G. But corn, 10 that's some good stuff. It's like, what is this corn? It's like, okay, so it's got a couple seeds in it, but for the most part, it's usually lighter on the seeds, just maybe a couple here and there. And it's better. And then after it, it was hydro, hydroponic. Oh my God. And that shit was the 15-20 a G back then. Wow. It's so fire. I got a federal charge 202 on camp. And I was like, oh, hey, well, I, I guess Biden did something right by you then. I mean, shit. You were probably thinking that shit was going to stay on you forever. But hey, get that pardon. That's amazing. Now you can do more stuff that you might have wanted to do that you could, like maybe work for the government or something. I stayed back, so I graduated in 97. September 78. Okay. Okay, damn. 78? You fucking lying. He's motherfucking lying. How old is that? 26 to, what do you say? 1978? 48. Oh shit. Don't look no fucking 40. Well, 47. Don't look 47. Shit. I got your back text. They can't stop the 14th Amendment for commerce. Got that fucking right. Got that right. Yes. 100%. And plus, I ain't heard nobody. Shit. I've had people send me actual shit from Canada before, so. 14th Amendment was ratified on July 9th, 1868. Acted after Civil War, secure rights from. I just started. I refer over 250. Damn. That's a lot of people, too. And there was people literally making a living off of just referring people. I'm not even joking. It's crazy. Way better. Yep, 9-0 going to front. Yeah, that's we look for the homegrown. Yeah, see, where I live specifically in East Texas, there was literally maybe two people, maybe two out of the entire town that could get it, and they were getting it from Houston at the time, and it was still the Reggie. Like, not even the country folks had some. I mean, they did, but they were growing it themselves, and they weren't selling or sharing. They were like off in the woods. Yep, I'm 40. Gen X was just built different. Technically speaking, I'm Generation Y because the last year I think was 96. So I'm still technically a millennial. Blazing since 93, Juan Bush. Blazing since 93, Juan Bud, and that Hayes. Yep, Hayes. I do remember that. What was the first? Oh, the very first strain I remember that was actually like a Kush. You know, at the time, everyone was saying it was Kush. If it was like Dro, it was just Kush. Like, what you got? I got that Dro. I got that good Kush. Even if it wasn't fucking Kush, everyone just called it that. Blueberry Yum Yum. That was the first one I had that actually had a name that someone gave me, and they put it in a blueberry Swisher Sweet, and I remember, holy shit, this thing tastes like blueberries. And then it was like, that's why Luda made the song, and then played the Blueberry Yum Yum song. It's like, oh shit, that's crazy. But yeah, Haze, all that shit goes way back. I don't even know what the fuck I got over here now. Oh, please don't break. I ain't got no money to buy anything right now. Let me see. I got Gushers, Purple Label Pineapple. This was actually really nice. Colombian Gold was the first pheno I ever had. And I've actually had that shit too. Colombian Gold knocked me on my ass. Very gassy, very gassy. Shit hit harder back then. Pause. Yeah, actually, I have a theory on that. Eh, People said it hit harder back then, but if you look at the analytics and statistics, it showed that the average strain potency percentage back then was like 2%, 3% THC, 5% sometimes, maybe even 10. At least what it says. So my theory was always it always hit stronger back then because just in general, your tolerance was lower back then. kind of like the first time you got drunk. It's like the drunkest, almost the drunkest you had ever gotten at that point. You know what I mean? Or like the craziest feeling. But as you drink over the next 20 years, it doesn't hit you like it did the first time you were drinking. You know what I'm saying? Where that first couple years you were drinking. And I think that was the same for me because there's no way I can smoke Reggie now and be fucking fried. But back then, I could take 3 hits and be gone off of some Reggie while the seed was popping. Yes, Flame. Yes. Fucking yes. I've been looking for a skunk strain so long. You guys let me know. When's the last time y'all had a skunk strain? I don't mean fruity and a little bit funky. No, I mean skunk. Like skunk. It was like what, 3 or 4 months ago. I was going like through the parking lot, just parked my truck, and I was going into Walmart, and I was with my wife, and we were walking. And dude, Flame, I'm not even joking. Skunk number one smell, that skunk. I I smelt it in the air and I was like, whoa, where the fuck is that? Like I was looking for it. Like I haven't had skunk in so long and I want it so bad again. Oh, skunk is so far. Yeah, we had some for a week. Fuck. Yeah, that's some good shit. I used to pay 600 ounces. Yeah. I remember when people were first starting to buy like Kush ounces back then, they were selling it here for like, yeah, about 500 or so. Yeah, sounds about right. They were selling the dro for like 500 a zip, and the people that were buying it obviously weren't sharing because they were spending 500 a zip, and they were smoking that shit like half-gram blunts. And down here in Texas, it might have been different for some communities, but for the most part in Texas, there was like nobody doing spliffs. You know what I mean? Nobody was doing that shit. I know that's more of a thing up north and like closer to New York, Philly with the bamboo papers and the funnel, but I don't know anybody in Texas personally that does spliffs. That being said, though, it's a good way to save a little bit, I guess. I feel like it made me more giggly back then than it does now. I feel like a way stronger yeah, like back then, it was more of a happy, laughy, giggly, and all that shit. And now I just get tired. But I also want to say too, I think another reason why that is I think personally because the percentages has gotten higher. So as people's tolerances have grown, the THC percentages in strains have gotten higher as well. So you go from getting that nice therapeutic effect where you're happy, giggly, like just feeling good, to it's such a high number now that before you get to that point, you kind of just skip over and go straight into heady and sleepy, you know? So I think if you were to get fresh, like super fresh strands, say 15 to 20%, I think you might actually be surprised at how well it would hit you. Because one of the most elevated I've been recently in the past like 2 years was from an Afghan Kush, and it was 16 like 0.2%. Wasn't high at all. I had no expectations for it. I was like, eh. But it was only like 2 weeks old on the testing anyway. So and it hit. The East Coast, yeah. No, we was in the islands back in the day. Yeah, that was another thing too. My eyes used to get way more red. I used to get so fried. Now I can literally smoke all day. My eyes won't be red at all. Back in the day, effects were stronger because we didn't have all these crosses, which is technically, yeah, it's just a bunch of crosses and shit. I need a drink. Uh, back in the day, effects were strong because we didn't have. Yeah, yeah. I forgot I just read that, but yeah, so much more crosses now. I had a skunk Michigan weed that was its own company. 2 months. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me go get me a fucking drink. I'm thirsty. I might even bring my wife on. She can tell you more about the JK shit too. It was looking I call it $50. It's not bad. 50? Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Sorry. I had to get a drink. Thirsty as shit. Oh, it was a lucky high quality vanilla. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I got $50 zips that are some really good shit. Really, really good. Let me put this back on. Old school. Yeah, I have that blueberry skunk. Fuck with that. So is it a blueberry like candy, or is it that like floral blueberry? You know what I mean? Almost like metallic floral type shit. You're right. Half a gram, two tokes of fat. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Even though it was electricity for the government wasn't a game for decades, way before the industry started. Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck. Yep. I laughed myself to tears back then. Fuck yeah, dude. I'd be fucking so gone. Like, man, the first time I was ever smoking too, I was with my half brother Jamie and his friend Demetrius, who had just came back from Houston, who had family in Houston, and he brought some fire down. I was 12. Yeah. Um, he always liked to take me back roading and shit in his white 96 Chevy stepside with the red interior. I always have speakers and shit on there. They were playing like Zero and Bun B and fucking DJ Screw. Anyway, and I was sitting in the back, riding down the back roads, they were drinking Coronas. For the first time, he was, and I'm like, and then I just laid in the back seat while they drove for like 45 minutes. I was so fried, man. Exactly why I have to do true exotics. I smoke J's like cigarettes. Can't smoke major dips. Okay, Flame. So I know you're fucking. I know you're like old school. Not saying you're old, but I know like you smoke old school, just like joints and stuff. But I will say, if you ever get the chance to try out a ball vape, definitely worth trying it. If I lived close to you, I would bring it over and be like, "Here, try it." Um, I'll show you real quick. I help build and work on these, but just to show you, you see how much flour I have in here right now? Good amount of flour, right? You know, most dryer vapes, you have to. Most people don't like because you have to load them so much, and it's just. But with this, it's literally like dabbing flour, and I can literally. It tastes like it smells every hit I take of this, every time. So if you have some fire exotic like terpy shit, I'm going to taste exactly what it smells like. And remember, that's dry herb vaping. That's not even combusting. And you can save this after and make edibles with it. But I don't. I just throw mine away. Here's the craziest ball vape one I worked on. This is all quartz and sapphire. This is all glass. And like I said, the pearls on the inside are sapphire. This one is the best for tasting. So when I do get some exotic stuff like you were talking about, oh, there it is. Couldn't find my mic. When I do get exotic stuff like flour, like you're talking about, I personally use this one because that one, even though it's great, it's still metal. But when I run like this and then the other bowl that runs with it, this guy, all glass, and the taste is incredible. I just realized now I'm looking at this. Uh, I lost my little carb pull plug on here. Somewhere down here. There it is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run it. Let's and this is how easy it is to switch it out. All it is a PID, a thermal controller, to an E-nail, but instead of the E-nail being connected to the bottom, it's like a open top E-nail with a bottom base. And then this, if you can figure out how to make one of these, you make a shitload of money easy. Anyway, this can be titanium or stainless steel, just round with a screen. Turk pearls on the inside. They don't have to be diamond rubies like this. I'm just bougie. But you can just use normal Turk pearls, fill it all the way up. Then you can even order a fucking generic bowl from DHgate in bulk. Bam, you got you a ball vape. That being said, though, this kit right here specifically is like $600, and then this alone is 300. So that's why you don't see a lot of dry herb vapors yet, because it's fucking expensive. Sorry, went on to a rant for a second. Liz said, "Sorry to ask, but do you know if there's still a way to get in contact with someone at JK, like via email? I'd like to ask for my store credit that they just gave me to be refunded to my card instead." Um, if you can, it would be help at JK Distro. I don't work there anymore, so I don't have to be professional. Yeah, I think it's help at JK Distro. Um, s- so fuck it. I'll just give you the bad news. Um, when they give you the option between refund and store credit, uh, obviously they give you that option. But once it's already converted over to store credit, we're not supposed to. We can't like the rules are we can't revert it to a refund. You know what I mean? That's why I feel sorry for everyone who's got store credit. Like Stuart said earlier, he got 1,500 store credit. He ain't never gonna see that ever. He's never gonna see it again. The likelihood they even fucking ever open again, 0, probably. I'm not saying they won't, they might, but the way they handled all this, I seriously doubt a lot of people are gonna wanna go back, honestly. If they would have handled it differently, then maybe people would have still go back, and I wasn't planning on quitting anyway because of how this whole situation was going. I was literally typed up the message Friday and was gonna send it. I was like, "You know what? I'll just wait and see how this weekend goes." And then we got laid off, so Luis, hey, have a good night, everyone. Say bye. Oh, you leaving, Luis? Hey, man. Hopefully you have a good and blessed night. Hopefully you are elevated. Hopefully the family and everything is, good with you, man. I hope you have a good night, and hopefully you sleep well, and hopefully you have a good wake and bake in the morning, or whatever you do Sunday morning. Hopefully you have a good one, man. Flame train. Jamie's last name start with a Z. I don't think so. I thought it was Brown. I could be fucking wrong. I probably am wrong. I'm pretty sure I think Jake's last name was Brown. But I wanna say Jamie's last name was Brown too. I don't ever know. I just always knew him as Jay, honestly. The only reason why I remember K's name is because it's so unique. Because I think he's like half Asian or Filipino, Chinese, something. Oh shit, got one similar and have a lot of vaporizers on. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you know what I like. Dry herb is nice. Yes. You know what? I should have recorded that. So the other night, I was actually in 420 Vape Zone, Troy and Jerry's, or Troy's, I guess, um, Discord, and he was on a video call with a bunch of people, like 6, 7 people. So I just randomly hopped in and started talking with him. So I was like just chilling with Troy, and I was asking him, I was like, "Hey, did Yokan ever send you this or this?" And it's a good time. I want to get into doing more dry herb content. Yeah, doing dry herb vaping content is harder than getting flowers sent to you. As a creator, because you gotta think, like, hey, how would you like to send me a $600 kit? Now, obviously, I have multiples of these because not only did I work on them, like feedback testing and all that stuff, but I also sold plenty of them. So, but that being said, it's a lot bigger of a risk because with flour, at the end of the day, it's not as big of an expense as something like that could be. I'll show you a prototype I'm working on right now. This is a current prototype. I'm working with crossing on this. This is supposed to be a budget for once dry herb vaporizer, and it's technically a ball vape because it's terp pearls all up here. And we made it to where it has multiple airflow controls right there and right there. The bowl itself, I actually weighed out because they don't know they can't smoke over there, so they had to get me to tell them. This bowl is actually 0.25. So it's actually a fucking huge, not a 0.025, 0.25. A quarter of a gram can fit in this easily. Uh, and it hits good. I'll actually show you. I'll actually hit it right now. Let me clean this out real quick and I'll show you how this hits. And by the way, no one has seen this like on camera. You are the first people to see this. I've had this for like a month and a half now. And this is the very first one. As far as when this is supposed to be released, no telling. Maybe the summer? Maybe? I don't know. They haven't given me a time frame on when this was coming out. I just gave them all my feedback and the spreadsheet I do for companies when I test. It comes out easier when it's you don't leave a bowl in there, but if you do like an idiot like me, it's annoying. All right. Look how big the holes are for the screen. That's a big ass a lot of airflow. Maybe dropping some boba hash next week. Oh, I haven't had boba hash in like a year and a half, 2 years. Fuck yeah. Some boba hash is good, bro. So I did a video on the bomb Eric's, the rainbow one. And my wife liked it so much because she likes the purplish color, so she stole that from me. And then fucking DACA sent me out their rig a couple months back as well. Not bad little devices. I will say they're not like the best. I will say the bomb produces a lot more vapor, but this one has temp control. Oh, it's got the buttons. You can set the temp on the bomb too, but you have to hold the button down and it has to round robin to go back. This one I can go back and forth. So this one's not bad. And for I think it's like 180, not bad. I do want to test the Puffco version 2, the one that's like 220, but it's like 5 preset temps. So I'm just like, depends on what they have those temps. uh, Christine says, "What do the pros do?" Thank you for asking. So it'll probably be easiest to show you on this one. So what these pearls do, these are like terp pearls. You know, when you take a dab, the reason why people tell you to use terp pearls when you take a dab is because when you are hitting a dab, just in general, um, the dab itself tries to run away from the heat. That's why you see it crawl up your banger because it's trying to escape the heat. Terp pearls, since they're hot, when they're spinning, they are able to vaporize the stuff more efficiently on those side walls. As it tries to escape, it crawls up and does that. So someone figured out that if you take a metal thing like this, a metal housing, and put terp pearls in there, what this will do is act as its own heater. It's basically just more mass. It's like the more thermal mass you have, aka the more material weight you have, the better it'll hold on to a temperature. But you can't just make this a solid block of steel because if you do that, you won't have any airflow and you need air to go through it to vaporize your flour efficiently, right? So if you use different size terp pearls between 1 mils, 2 mils, 3 mils, you can get different types of airflow. And so what this will allow is the heat to go through here, go through the terp pearls. So since this is off, this is still hot. because these pearls are retaining their heat. So then when I'm going like this and go to hit a big bowl, it will be able to efficiently vaporize a larger amount at one time. I was trying to make it as simple as possible, but basically, we're gonna hit the coarse one in just a minute. I gotta let it heat up. But yeah, it basically just holds heat longer. So like with this guy, you'll see in just a second, this thing right here, if they can get this around like $100, 120, dude, this will fucking hit. I know there's a company in Australia that just dropped their own ball vape for like 109, I think, price wise, which is crazy. If they get this like $80, that would be insane. Anyway, uh, while it's doing that, let me go ahead and load a bowl and I'll show you what cloud this will do. What mic do I have? This is the Hollyland Lark, Lark M2. I'll pull it up on Amazon real quick. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to this stuff. I'm always that type of person who like I try to find the best quality I can for the cheapest price. So when people say you can't get cheap stuff that's quality, well, I try to find the best one I can. Amazon, there we go. So depending on your phone type, they have ones that are even better. They're microphones. But like they're like the best alternative to like the DJI the DJI mics that are like $150. Like these are oh yeah, here it is right here. And you can pick it between it's 35 right here. You can pick it between the USB-C, the iPhone adapter, like the old school Apple adapter, or the one that has both of them. But this is the cheapest mic that they make. I was originally looking at their other mics, see, because these are like DJI alternatives, and you can like adjust stuff more on it. Like this is a portable like gain adjustment and stuff like that. But these work great, and and there's an app on your phone where you can set it to have more noise cancellation and less. So like right now, my noise cancellation is on, and I think I have it on 2, like medium out of the 3, but I can turn this off and see now the mic is off. So you might hear more stuff in the background. Like, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but now nothing. So, or they burned down roofs. Fuck yeah, they did. They didn't burn down the bridge. They burned down the fucking house. No, man, my half brother's last name, Huffman. Yeah, my half brother's last name is Huffman. His name is Jamie Huffman. So my real father was adopted, and I found out that he is actually like African, like South African or whatever. Obviously, he's a fucking white dude, but he kind of looks like Italian skin color with like almost a perm of hair. But since he was like adopted and lived in Texas his whole life, he's got like a fucking mullet. So it's like a perm mullet. It's fucking and yeah. So, half sub-Saharan African, a quarter German, and a quarter Creole or whatever. Word man, appreciate the info, Liz. You're good, dude. Thank you so much, Liz. I try. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking asshole. I have Asperger's. I'm fucking autistic, so I don't have a filter. I'm just kind of blunt. So, I try though. You know, I when I first started doing the reason why I even started doing content, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I had 2 reasons for starting content. 1, free flour, as in free medicine, because at the time I had just had surgery on my kidneys twice. So I had been off of work. obviously. And then my job ended up laying me off. That was when I worked for Lowe's at the time, and I was their head cashier. When I tried to come back, they never would put me back on schedule, and they kept ducking me, so I had to look for another job. Anyway, so at that time, I was only able to do. I was borrowing the money too. $40 a month for me to find something in the hemp space that would help my Guillain-Barré syndrome because I used to be paralyzed. And so my thought in my head was, well, for one, I seriously don't want to make a career out of it at the time, like, but I was like, well, for one, I can at least get stuff sent to me. I was, Karn's moderator at the time, and he was getting flowers sent left and right. I was like, oh, that'd be nice because I don't have the money to do it, and I keep borrowing from my mom and my wife, so that would be great. And they kept making me feel bad about it, which I understand. They were just stressed because I was always needing something, and it was like at that time half D8, half Delta 10 carts. So you know how that was. Um, but two, I was like, well, I can also benefit from not only getting more flour that I would no longer have to buy, but for two, I could also help people that are in my same position. I know there's people out there that only have $100, for the month or whatever, and they have to make sure what they get is not only going to last them, but good enough for them. You know what I mean? So I was like, I know I'm not going to be the biggest creator ever or anything like that, but I can at least make these videos and someone can see it. And I've had plenty of people be like, yo, thank you so much. I was just about to order this, but I hate haze. So I'm so glad you told me. I'm like, that's what makes it worth it. I'm not going to be right every time, but hey. Oh, yeah. Also, real quick, Flame, if you're still watching this. Oh, yeah. Right there. Guitar Smoke. I love the Riser Solo 3. Oh, yeah. You mean this one? This is a bad fucking boy right here. I like this one. It is nice. And then their newest one, the Go SRT. If you're curious about size comparisons, by the way, because this is supposed to be their portable Solo 3. Not bad. And this is also magnetic. So when you take this off and you hit it like this, that just stays there while you're hitting it. And then you just put it back on. Not bad. This thing hits, and it's got a quicker heat up time than the Solo 3. So you can literally put it on the 20-second timer and take some massive rips like really fast. Anyway, Flame. Can I call it Jeffrey? Probably. You've probably seen it from them, yeah. I would assume anyway. Anyway, this right here is the YLL Vape induction heater. This guy right here, awesome. If you're a dry herb vapor, or I should say, if you're a torch vapor like this, Dynavap, shit like that, this is your best friend. This is kind of like the iSpire wand. But I was 3 clicks. So not only is it magnetic, but all I got to do is beep. So any of you out there that like torch vapes, but and you're like on your computer or like to play the game, but want to hit it, but you have to wait or fucking sit here and torch it the whole time, like put your controller down or stop what you're doing. I'm able to sit here, have this loaded up and just like this, how it's doing now. And I have this set up for 44 seconds. It is rechargeable. You have to buy the batteries yourself. It's called the YLL Vape induction heater. Anyway, the batteries are, I think, two 21700s or two 18650s. I think they're 21700s. Okay, this just clicked. If you heard it, just like the Dynavap. Watch till you see what comes out of this. Okay, 1/4 gram of flour. And remember, I was telling you about earlier about the pearls in here. Now you'll see what it does. First hit. Oh, tastes so good. Second. Third. For uh, yeah, this works well. It also comes with this once it releases. Ooh. Oh, that hit so good. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Um, Amsterdam flower wood. I like the additive dryer, but I think I made a bad choice. I personally haven't had that one, so I can't say yes or no for you on that. I know you're talking to Flame Train, but I'm gonna butt into the conversation. I'm gonna pull it up. Stereo. No, boy. Buy a flower boy. Oh, you have one of those. Okay. So this is like one of those smaller ones. So I will say, I think for this price, if you were looking around this price, I think the best option for you, if you don't want to go torch powered, if you were going battery powered, is the Lynx Saber. Yeah. Linx. And it goes for the same price. But from what I've seen, it's convection heating for 60 bucks. And yeah, I've seen people actually blow some clouds off with this guy. So if you're trying to stay around that price, and you don't want to do a torch powered, I might recommend the Lynx. I'm trying to think of what other vaporizers could be around that. Oh, fuck. What is it? Oh yeah. Dry herb vapes under 100. I'm pretty sure I would say that. Unless Planet of the Vapes has one. Because you got one for 60. So I wouldn't necessarily say pick the best one under 100, just only because if you're getting one around 60, that's not 70 or 80, you know. Because there's better options definitely at 75, 80, shit like that. Uh, Also, maybe you might want to think about too if you go to Planet of the Vapes and they have some that are like lightly used, that's doable. Oh, you can do that. Um, yeah, the Riser Air SE, it's okay, but I don't think I would personally spend $70 on it. Lightly used Planet of the Vapes X Max V3 for 80. Yeah, that would be doable. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Uh, for you, probably just see me on social media. Yeah, possibly. Like you said, I was afraid to invest too much. Makes sense. For sure, for sure. Let me see. Um, and that's another reason why I like doing content, guys. Is simply that right there. Like you said, like you said, I was afraid to invest too much. And if a video's not done well enough or broke down well, and there's some even I shot that I thought, yeah, I could have done even more. But I'm trying to split hairs between engaging, so grabs that algorithm and doing the right cuts, so it's not too much shit that's not necessary. But also, let me fix this. Um, but also putting all the shit I want in there without just blabbing, because I could go on about shit for days and just forget. Okay, that's better. uh, Very curious. Yeah, Jeff. I've seen Flame Train's name around forever, and I never hear anything bad. which if you've been in this industry long enough, you know, you hear something bad about every company eventually. So I'm sure there has been stuff that people have said, but if they have, I just don't fucking remember. So if it was, it wasn't that big of a deal. Close all those. Okay. That makes sense. Thanks for explaining. Telepathy. Wow. No, no. Okay. So I'm not trying to say it sucks either. I don't know. I personally haven't had it. And with dry herb devices, and you can ask anybody else here that also does dry herb vapes or has multiple. Every single device that you try will hit different. Even if it's the same style of device, it'll still hit different. I got, because I work with Dynavap too. I got all these, and these hit differently than this. These are more restrictive. Technically, kind of punch a little bit harder as far as like hitting you because it's more of like a straight pipe. Uh, and this one has a lot more airflow and obviously a lot more clouds, like you've seen. So definitely probably just seen reviews for various content creators were uh see some of my videos don't have a face like other members. What's in the trenches? That is very true. That is very true. Anytime you see that name Flame Train, it's him. It's not like with the whole JK thing. It wasn't me running it. Oh, I meant to say it wasn't the owners running it. It was me running it. You know what I mean? But if you go to a Flame Train account, you're not going to be talking to me. You're going to be talking to the owner. So some people are like, I let me talk to the owner. He can be like, you are. But anyway, about you about the like you said, the Strio. I'm not saying it sucks completely. I haven't ever got to try it, but each device is going to hit differently. So it's all about figuring out how it's supposed to be hit, you know? Blah, 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 blah. The only thing is with that one, I don't even see like a video. Obviously, it's a real device because you have one, but I always recommend to look for videos before you ever buy something. Just try to find a video. And if you can't, I would just try to hold off maybe. But looking at it, it doesn't look bad. It probably is going to have something like uh I don't know where one of my Yo Can't Dryer vapes are. Let me see. Because it probably has a similar heater to it. Uh, Here we go. This is one of the ones I worked on too. That I worked on the Hit 2, the Vape 2, I mean the Vane 2. It's probably got one similar to this. So let's see if mine even has battery. Oh shit, it's fully charged. Okay. I'll take a rip off of this and just show you difference. So I found with this, since the heater's not as powerful, you have to run it at a higher temp. Or for you, like with that device, you might have to run it at the highest preset temp, whatever that may be. Let me sprinkle some of this in. Okay. So normally, if I'm doing like this type of dryer vape, like the ball vape wirelessly, I have that at 590. But my riser I usually use if I'm doing like quick hits, be like 415, 410. And if I'm doing it more like a joint, it'd be like 467. So with this guy, since I know the heater's not as strong, I'm going to put it at 440. There it goes. I worked with them on this device and I told them that it preheating is also with your timer because you get like a 3-minute timer, but it can take 30, 45 seconds sometimes, or probably like 30 seconds to get to that. So you lose 30 seconds. So you're only 230, out of the 3 minutes. But this thing's also, I think, like $50. So, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can actually get some big rips out of it. I'm gonna try. So, like I said, it might not suck. It's all about just figuring out ways to hit it. See? Not bad. Christine, Kingdom's iPhone 17 Pro Max. Oh yeah, you got a fire. If that's your phone, you got a fire ass phone. I frequent a number of channels. It's highly possible someone review probably might have been in tier list or such like yeah. Austin 7 scrum. Yes, Flame Train. It is Austin A is the name. I know it's long. I couldn't do your boy Austin for some reason, but it's Austin A is the name. Is the name on together. I got banned off the THA group somewhere for calling bullshit out. Yeah, so did I. I got kicked from Cultus Franklin. So the dude was bitching about his flower was super dry. And I was like, dumbass, the COA you posted for it is fucking 2 years old. No wonder it's dry. Like, so glad you brought up the tier list thing. hmm I want to do. That's one thing I want to do is I actually want to try out a bunch of companies now that it's been so long, and make a straight up tier list. But I want to do it like official type tier list. You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting paid to make this, and I'm also going to say right at the beginning, this is simply my opinion and based off my experience. It's possible that any of these companies at any given time could have a better strain than the one I tried from them. So keep that in mind. It's just based off the specific ones I got compared to everything else. You know, you should try some Canicure or Chucky Academy. Yo, what's good, DJ? Actually, I was planning on it. Actually, um, Chunky Academy. I thought about because they got like a bunch of like rapper weed. So I was just kind of curious because it looked like really good indoor for like some of it was like 80 a zip, and I was like, and that was before a discount. I'm like, huh. And I looked at the COA, and one of the COAs was like 2024. I was like, ah. But hey, someone got some fucking indoor fucking fire. Oh, I'm so ready for it. I've been wanting some fire stuff for so long. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Mechanicured. I've actually been looking them up. I talked to Justin Blazin X2 sometimes. Like behind the scenes, like a Discord call, and we just talk. So we went over a lot of these companies together. I think I've started seeing a couple people get the boxes. I kind of I want a box. And the stuff looks good too. Like, oh, like that boutique blue balloon. That shit looks fire. 7 gram, 45. Not bad. Zip 160. Yeah, that's about right. The only reason why I a lot of times get small stuff like that is just because I can't afford the more expensive stuff. I got kids and shit, so since I haven't worked with other companies in a long time, I've been having to barely get anything. 2 grams hash rosin doing thumbprints. First off, I like the packaging. Secondly, I like the fact that they're doing thumbprints, which means that they're current with the times. You know, that's fire. And that would make a great video too. No, I can never get the blow clouds like you did. Seeing how well the higher price ones work motivates me to invest more. I'm just starting out with dry herb. Oh, okay. Well, Christine, there's nothing wrong with taking time. Now, it's very possible too that device could be similar to this one. This though is the Air Vape something. But and this I have to heat the bowl up twice to get a big hit from it. So it's very possible it could be like that. It could just be like an older style heater and stuff. But definitely look online, like on YouTube and stuff, and you'll find some good good videos that got a couple of decent tier lists, or at least point you in the right direction. Because there's a lot of ones from like Planet of the Vapes that I haven't got to try. I want to get Planet of the Vapes their own branded device because I heard it was really good. What's it called? I know it's called Planet of the Vapes, but their Lobo for like 160, it looks pretty dope. The Tiny Mite, I still want to get at some point. I have the Go SRT. Damn, that shit's 255. I didn't even know that. The Limelight, I really have been wanting to try, but that shit's $400. And trying to get someone to send me that, it's gonna be difficult. It's funny. It's easier to get people to send $400 worth of flour than it is that. Uh, Christine, it's good to know other vapes work better. I like not smoking. I do too, Christine. You'll find, especially too, since you just started, if you're doing it like during the winter and stuff, you'll feel a lot more clear than you would smoking a cigarette or combusting. You get that phlegm. I'd much rather vape personally. Yep, we always do light box close ups here on our channel for every drop. No filter pics on the website. Yes, sir. See, and I was planning on I wanna get before I got laid off, um, I wanted to get the, what's it called? I wanted to get a light box. I was planning on getting a light box and putting it right here. I had my press right over here, um, but I moved it down further, and I was gonna put a light box right there so I could take pictures of products, and I wanted to get a Lazy Susan, which is the rotating turntable. That's what it's called. Anyway, I think Lazy Susan, something like that. Anyway, I wanted to do that, but I also wanted to get a macro lens for my iPhone 16 Pro, like a 20 times macro, so I could get trichome shots. Because since I like doing editing, I wanted to always do one where the flower's spinning and I fade in slowly, like come into it, and then transition when I get close enough to right into the trichome, and I can just make it like that quiet where it's like just animals in the background, like a Earth documentary, and then I think it'd be so dope. And when it goes like that and it comes out the end of like a joint that's just got lit. Be awesome. Anyway, yeah, we always do light ones. Yeah, see if Square catches you at CO 18 months old, they'll shut you down. Is that what it is? If that's the case, there's fucking tons on the site then. Tons, tons and tons. That would make sense. Hey, got real quick. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been in here for fucking this long. This is crazy. If that's the case, I'll start doing this every night. Shit, I'd be down. Start doing different stuff. And I was doing it on my phone just because I was planning on doing like a quick update, like, hey guys, anybody who hasn't heard yet, so and so, such and such. But I was gonna say I have a lot better quality, and I can play games or fucking look at websites together. Start doing that. Definitely. Let me see. You should keep budget in mind for a tier list. That's what I'm interested in. Yep, exactly, DJ. Hey, that's what I was planning on. I was planning on that actually, specifically that. I wasn't gonna do it like I wanted to do like here's my two thoughts. I wanted to do like a budget tier list, but I also wanted to do just like a a, a tier list in general, just of everybody. You know what I mean? But I almost wanted to do two in the same video, but that would be too long. So I'm trying to think how I would want to do that or do it first. Should I just do a tier list overall or a budget tier list? Bro, Lightbox is super cheap on Amazon. Oh yeah, I know, man. I would get it, but like I said, payday is Friday and we didn't get paid, so my account got hit and I'm like negative 400. And next week I'll be like -8. So hopefully I get my check soon. But the only thing I got right now, I can't even get my mom a Mother's Day card. I can actually. I got a few dollars. I can get that for her, but the only thing I got really is some some JK flower right now till I get paid. I get trichrome shots with the macro lens. Yeah, I can too. But I was talking about like let me see. I was talking about like microscope close. That's probably what I should honestly get is a microscope lens. But that might be difficult to focus. Oh, I won't be on too much longer because I'm sure my wife wants to spend time with me since we both got fired. But like this, she's excited though because she does content too. By the way, if you guys are watching this, go sub to my wife. I got her into content. She actually enjoys it. It's chill vibes with shy, Chey. She does content too, and she's only ever got to work with JK because she started doing content when she got hired. She like almost got like not forced into it, but she's smoking on my flowers, so we convinced her to start doing content. Anyway, I was talking about shots like this, like that close. I got plenty of shots where I'm like that, possibly, maybe a little bit further back, kind of like that, but I'm talking about like I want a shot like that. That would be dope. Anyway, let me pull up my wife's thing real quick. Her channel. I got to plug her too. She hasn't got to work with, like I said, another company yet. So I'm really gonna try to start getting her to collaborate with people, other places for the first time, so she can have her own thing. I'm proud of how far she's came. She's been doing it for like 4 months now. Yeah, got caught in illegal. I don't know. I don't know. I have any info. Yeah, DJ. I have no clue. I just know accounts froze and couldn't pay everybody while everything's frozen. So that's it. Oh yeah, my wife posted one just an hour ago. Look, that's my wife. Chill vibes with shot, and she does hemp content, Legos and stuff. And I taught her how to make like thumbnails and stuff like that. So she's doing pretty good. That's so sad. Look, 7 days ago, me and her both still had jobs, and everything was at least okay on the outside. It looked like, but a week later, we were both laid off. But look, I helped her make this thumbnail earlier. I got laid off. What to do now? What's everybody? Hey, did you get your shot? That's not even how you spell her name. But yeah. Anyway, I'll be very proud of her and excited if she can get her first thing. You know what I mean? Her first collaboration with someone else because that'll be a good moment for her. She'll start doing it. I have all soccer moms and flowers now. My cousin can't get them by. Hey, I mean that might be a good thing for you though, right? Because, well, depending on which one you get a higher profit from, we don't have to go into detail. We can behind the scenes, obviously, but we won't do it publicly. But depending on which one you have a bigger price margin from, versus, the exotics versus the budget, sometimes, can might not be a bad problem sometimes. Just saying. I'll give her a sub. Thank you, Flame Train. She'll like that. And I'll tell her you sub too. She'll be happy. And also, when I um get some from you, she'll gladly review some of it too if you want. She'd be happy to try somebody else. She hasn't got to like try a bunch of other people. I have more than she has. And she's had some of mine here and there, but she's never had her own. So this is like a whole new thing for her. But she's already had 180 subs, so I'm proud of her. Uh just when you No, yeah, I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Because that's a perfect example. Because like here in the town where I live, you can get 3 5s for like, 25 bucks or so, like at the stores, like the THCA ones. But you go to like Dallas and like Capel, like where Pine Park was, because I was actually there at the Pine Park opening with Eric, Tim, and Cannabis and Coffee. I was actually in line at Cannabis Coffee. I was like, Austin's lifestyle. I was like, and I turned around. He's like, "What's up, man?" I didn't even know he knew me. Apparently, he watched me. Anyway, um, there 3 5s are like 50 easily. So it just depends. It's just like the neighborhood, that you live in. Depends on the pricing. My town is smaller, so everything's cheaper. When you get in those big cities, more people make more money because everything's more expensive. So it kind of just works out. I could just tell her she helped me wait. I'll tell her you sub too, DJ. Actually, let me tell her real quick. I might be able to get her in here. But I'm trying to take this up. I can actually use my other mic. I've never got to use both of these at the same time. Here you go. Oh, wait. Beep. There you go. Should be fine.
God, I need to get some of this stuff.
Get your chair if you want.
Huh? I'm not standing here very long.
No. You gonna take it?
Yeah.
What was your name on Discord, DJ? This is my wife, Cheyenne.
Hello. It's Chill Vibes with Shy.
Look, Clinton, I'll send you a couple streams out on Monday just to have to get with me. For sure. That way you can both do a review.
I'm down.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This will, like I said, this will be her first company outside of JK, and she's very excited about that. Isn't that right? Yeah. Way too much fucking JK.
Well, a lot of JK. Not that it was a problem, but I was kind of getting tired of it. Like,
Yeah.
Video after video of just one company's.
Fucking tiring after a while. Deej. On Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. And it's nice talking to you again, too. I haven't talked to you in like, I feel like over a year.
Wait, no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's that one, yeah. That's the all glass one. All I can say is don't go too hard in the paint. Oh, no. No, I won't.
Well,
Maybe. I forgot what that even is.
I don't know. I have Gator breath and Keef right now. The Gator, the Keef I have mixed together. I have it
Oh,
mixed
Gator
together.
breath. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see your number right now? This video, your most current video. I'm teaching her about the whole analytics and stuff and how that works on YouTube. Your video you just dropped an hour ago is 11.5 times right now, which means it's doing 11 and a half times better than all your other videos right now.
I had a short, but I was kind of like, it was kind of harsh, like real bad. I was just like, I don't need to put that one out.
And you got 23 views in an hour. Really good. Anyway, you going back in there?
Yep. Yeah. Bye, guys.
And once again, thank you, Flame.
Yes, thank you. And I'm so sorry for everybody in Discord. I feel so bad for everybody. Everybody who had orders out. I'm so sorry. I don't even have words to say.
I gotta move my guitar real quick. Love you. Yeah, she's already fried. And I've been trying to get her to do lives because I was like, there's a lot of females that do these live streams like vertical just on their phone. And there are a lot of people, but she's like not too awkward, but you know what I mean. I can't see that other person's comments. I have the comments on all, so I don't know. The chat filter I have is just all. And as far as community moderation, I don't have anything on here. So I don't know why you can't see them. DJ said, I'll take a bong rip with you guys. I got the last pick sent out Monday. Whew. They accidentally sent me 5 ounces. I refunded. I think Shag refunded. Let me tell her. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
So Deej is one of the people you refunded?
Do what?
Deej is one of the people you refunded?
Yeah, probably.
No, it is.
He was probably the last person I refunded.
Yeah, you're probably the last person you refunded, but guess what he just said? They accidentally sent me 5 ounces I refunded. I think Shy got me the refund. So he got his refund and 5 ounces. So he got that back for free. And you didn't even have to do content on it.
And no, it's weird because you said something about the comments. I only can see certain people. Well, I did while ago, so I don't know.
Well, it might be. That's why. There.
There it goes.
Oh, okay. So Flame. Let me see how I did that again, real quick. If you're watching on your phone, you click the top button like this, and then where live chat is, at chat filter, you put it at all messages. She only had it at top messages, so she couldn't see DJ. That's why. After being on JK for so long, both y'all gonna be smacked. I fucking bet, dude. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And also too, one thing that can sometimes annoy me is like when people get something and they only do one video on it. I try to at least do a video and multiple shorts. You know what I mean? Like I try, and especially if it's fire. Yeah, I smoke like I literally smoke like a quarter a day. Like 7 grams and then like 5, 6 dabs, give or take. And I vape like 7 grams of flower a day. So I do a lot. I grind up like a 3-5 at a time. And that shit's usually done breakfast to lunch and then fucking lunch to dinner. Sometimes 8 grams. But I always say the fresher the flower and the better it is, the less you need. But yeah, she smokes about a 3-5 a day, give or take. I smoke about a 7 a day. But um like I said, if it's good flower, you don't need as much. I see his also. Yeah, probably wouldn't. No, see, did probably drop some boba action. Sweet. Oh yeah, that's right. You were saying that earlier. Um, do you know any of the strain names yet? You don't have to say them, obviously, if you don't want to. I know how that is. Sometimes you want to build up the hype and stuff, but and if it's not a guarantee, you don't want to get everyone's hopes up. But let me see. Damn, got some good stuff. Got that good. Oh, can't ever go wrong with a good mac. I know it's out of stock, but mac's always a good one. Mac's one of the few like cheesy ones like that I really like though. Lobster butter, that shit's fire. I love lobster butter. Real glue number 4, yeah, don't really care for. Acapulco Gold, good. Once again, I've had a lot. Purple Punch, yeah, looks fire. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it looks fire. I'm going based off of preferences, you know. Hydro, that's dope. Small garlic breath. It's always a good funky one. Bottom barrel gastropop. I've had gastropop. I haven't had bottom barrel one. Platinum Gushers. Oh yeah. Gushers is one of those ones where it depends, you know? It just depends. Shit. Might smoke all of it fucking one day. Fuck. Uh, I've been seeing rainbow bells a lot recently. Actually, I got a couple. I will say, Durban Poison's not bad. Once again, not a fan of the haze. But hey, yo, You're gonna like this, Flame. Please tell me you're still in here. I hope you are. Just means into the batch when I get out. Oh, okay. I see. Durban poison crossed with lemon party. This is back when I got a QP of it. Test date is February 4th, 2025. A of 27.7 and total of 25.3. I've had this for like 6, 7 months. I will say when I got it, it was more green, so it's obviously not going to be now, but you'll be able to see. Oh, my bad. But yeah. Anyway, kind of faint smell. Like I said, thermal poison's not bad. Not my favorite. As far as like that sourish smell though, I do like that. But I think I'm gonna say showed you. I'm down. That's hey, whatever. I'm down for whatever. I'm sweet right now. See, my thing is like if it's good terps, I'm gonna like it. Like if it's that Durban, you know what I mean? Like if it's got that good sourness to it, she'll really fucking enjoy it, and I will too. And you can't ever go wrong with an OG, especially something like this. You're trying to get me smacked. I know what you're trying to do. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Trying to get me slapped. And once again, like I was telling you guys, it's looking good. It's looking good. What is it? Cross between Autopilot Breeding Mount, Supernatural OG, Dank OG Kush Terpene Profile. Fuck yeah. I'm down. And the crazy thing is, you just seen what that Durban looked like, and this Durban looks a whole lot better. This one has a lot more color to it. South African. Yes, sir. That's gonna be so good. Oh yeah. I'm ready for that. Once again, I appreciate that. You got some other fire ones too. I ain't gonna lie. You got a lot of them that look good. That blueberry pie looks good too. Like I said, I've had lemon tree before. That lemon tree is a very nice lemon taste. I love that terp. Once again, yeah, the blueberry pie. That shit looks fire too. That shit looks very, very frosty. Rainbow belts, yeah. Love that strain. Yeah, I've always found when I have Durban, I'm very productive and active. It's very good for me if I need shit done. You know what I mean? True Durban. Right. Yes. No, DJ. To me, it was more earthy. Let me hit this real quick, and then I'll put a little bit of Durban in this. That's how you can truly taste turps right there. All glass. Even there's not even a screen. There's a bunch of holes for the screen. That right there is true terps. All right. I'm gonna clean it out real quick, and we'll throw a tiny piece of Durban in this bitch. We'll see what's up. I'm just ready to start sharing content. I used to charge companies, but at this point, it'll be fucking November, and then we might not have it anymore. I'm not doing any fucking charging or none of that shit. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't even care if you know if the companies have codes or whatever. I might try to find a way to put it in the video, but whatever. Regardless, whoever I work with, I'm gonna do them justice, give them the breakdowns they deserve, and say everything I can about the strands for them. So we'll see how that goes. Let me get out some of this. Mine isn't a cross, it's pure landrace. Ooh, yeah, see? And that's what I was gonna say too. I haven't had actual just straight up Durban poison in a long time. But if it's done right, fucking fire. I can't believe I've been on here for 175 minutes. That's crazy. This is the longest live stream I've ever done, guys. I'm not even fucking joking. It's literally the longest live stream I've ever done. It would have been nice if the algorithm would have picked my ass up, thrown me in there. It probably would if I started doing more lives all the time. I just don't know if I have that much to talk about. I think the only reason so many people were in here this time is just because I was talking about JK. I can't talk about a company every live stream. Well, I guess technically I could if I was sent enough shit. But yeah, each strain I do, I've been well, not started. I've been trying to do like one video, 2 to 4 shorts, just depending on how good they come out. You know what I mean? So one video, 2 to 4 shorts uploaded on what I can upload them on, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, I always think of quality over quantity. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna throw out 37 videos in a month, but I will drop 6 very good videos. You know what I mean? All right, we got Zediabian in here. How will it hit? I do not know. Let's see if this year-old flower is any good. I mean, eh, eh. And that's my review of that. Eh. To be fair, obviously, it's not as fresh as when it was first here, obviously. But two, uh, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Not harsh, but not much terps on it. When it did have terps, it wasn't bad. Had a slight, throat tickle. It was pretty productive, but as you see, I haven't smoked it all for a reason. It's not the best. It's also, light depths, but the trim on it wasn't the best trim, and it was almost more stemmy, like longer stems. So that harshness played a lot in there. I did like it though. The taste was good on it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. And some layers from an Ohio brand, instantly one of the top fives. Yeah, my wife's favorite is the lemon tree. Yeah, I did have some lemon tree from JK. And that was when they had a bunch of like fresh ones, like where the COAs, be legitimate actually and be like fresh, like within a month or so. And it was like super sticky, it was light dust, but still nice. I might have one. Not a lemon tree, but jealousy. Let me see. Electra. Uh, yeah, right. Like tree flip. This is February 19th. A of 2602 and a total of 27.2. Smells good. It's like, not the craziest looker or anything. Not bad. Smells pretty good though. But what I was trying to say is they've had a lot of them that were like, yeah, see, this is still when I squeeze my shit, I want it to do that. So not bad. Terps are there. And remember at the time these were like 10, 15, whatever. So keep that in mind. This black label one I think I picked up for like 14. This is some Ferrari. And that's a lot better looking. And this is indoor. Smells pretty good. It's December 9th. Not bad. Can make you both a personal code. Hey, I'd appreciate that. Whatever you're comfortable with doing, I mean, you're already doing more than enough, man. So, if you would like us to do that, by all means. Either way, I'm glad someone's giving me a chance after being locked up for a year. I'm glad someone's giving me a chance. And funny enough, I don't think I ever actually got to work with you, if I remember correctly. I don't think I've ever gotten to work with you. Because I think we planned on it, and then I ended up getting deleted and all that, so I took a break, like, a long time ago. I got deleted on Instagram, and, yeah, I took a break, but yeah, that'd be crazy. But, yeah, if so, that'd be perfect, and if you need her to email you as well, I can tell her to do that. If that helps you keep everything, like, separate and, filed correctly. I know how that is, trust me. Like I said, I was over 4,500 people. I was getting a lot of emails. Her main thing though that she likes to do is she likes to cut up her gummies and then fucking like boil them or whatever, like let them soften up and then make like a lemonade from it. She likes like doing the whole drinkable things for taking gummies and making them drinkables. She'll be taking for a straight D9, it'd be like 100 milligrams for her. She'd be fucked up. 150 around there. But if it's like a blend of shit, then it's two, three, four, 500. What's the time? I'll show if it's more consistent. I understand, DJ. The only reason why the lives hadn't been consistent is the last time I tried to do like a run for it, kind of, it was like I did like two lives. The first one was like 13 people. The second one was like 5 people, 8 people, somewhere around there, give or take. And then like the third live, it was literally 0 people, and I couldn't my stuff wasn't working, so everything was all fucked up. I couldn't see the chat, I couldn't see anything. As a matter of fact, it's still hard for me to see the live chat, like, once I'm trying to go live, I can't ever, like, go on my phone on YouTube and find my live so I can then send the link out. It's just always fucked up somehow. I'm just an idiot when it comes to that. Why? I don't know. I can set up mic filters, all this other shit, but I can't figure this out. So maybe the phone is just the best way. Gator breath has been my go-to. Yeah, Shy, she has the fucking 10 grams of keef of that gator breath. Oh, you're talking about just referring it back to credit? Yeah, 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 sure. That works perfect for me, man. Yeah, I would love that actually. I'm perfectly down for that. Especially because I just went from 300 a month in store credit to the so and with November coming up, I need to stock up the best I can. And I just got laid off, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to order anything anytime soon. So, but I'm trying to stay happy and upbeat. I got 10 G's of Saturday. Fuck yeah. Of Saturday Keef. It's just good. I thought about taking some of my keef I have. I might do a video on it. But I wanted to take my keef and make static sift if I was able, but now I can't because I can't buy all the shit. And but I was also thinking about pressing it. I have pressed like 5 grams of keef before, and it came out super dark because it's already got oxidized and older and all that shit. You really need that stuff fresh, if possible. But actually, I need to grind some more shit up. But anyway, I'm going to pull out a nug real quick, grind it up, and I'm going to take one more hit before I get out of here. I can't believe it's already midnight. I can't believe I've been on for an hour 85 minutes. I mean, hour 85, 185 minutes. I was going to press some, but without a plug, I think I'm going to preserve. Yes, I would honestly say the same thing. I would check out like uh Well, obviously, Flame Train. Check them out if you want some that nice top shelf exotic. And then you've got other places, Chunky Academy. I've heard good and bad things. THCA King, THCA Small Buds. I think Wildflower still does that. Wildflower is still to this day the company that sent me the most shit at once. Like the first time they sent me a big pack, they sent me like $1,100 of shit, and then the second time they sent me like 1,300, and I was like, what the? They sent me like a QP of flour, and then they sent me a QP of flour, and then they also sent like 2 ounces of wax, a bunch of 4 gram pucks of different wax. It was fucking phenomenal, so crazy. But in return, I brought them a shitload of money. For some reason, that video just went viral, and I don't know why. But let's take this gushers real quick. If you got something, load up, hit it with me. And yeah, I'm actually kind of out of it right now. Holy shit. Anyway, let's take a rip, y'all. Gushers. It's not bad. But like in my head, this is supposed to be like the top of the shelf, right? This is top shelf. Oh, it doesn't look bad, but it just looks not expensive. Does that make sense to y'all? Like it looks good, but it's not like I don't think it looks 200 a ounce good. You know what I mean? One of my favorite ones they ever had was Giraffe Pussy. Flame, if you can get that one, that's one of my favorite strains. I'm not even joking. Giraffe Pussy is fire. I can get a half of the dispo for 60, so if I can't beat the price, I'll just get one but instantly from the store. I get that. See, I don't even have that luxury. Because the couple stores that were here in town, since they're like mom and pop shops, when they did that ban on smokable hemp for that just that week, 2 stores shut down. So, and they only had $500 ounces of wax and like flour from like 2 years ago. You can get any phenol you can think of. Have you ever had draft pussy, Flame? I don't know what it is, but that one recently has gotten me the most high I've been in years, or not in years, but like a long time, like months. And the taste is just phenomenal. I hate the name. I'm going to be honest. I hate the name. If we can name it something different, that would be great. Because I do not like the name. But it is a cross of MILF, which is Morty's mom Pheno, with astronaut pussy, which is hot pink Pheno #3 male, and it's created by Bakery Genetics. Some breeders like Doja Pack and Seed Junkie Genetics have released their own exclusive cuts, sometimes using crosses such as Zittles and Animal Cookies. So, the one I had, I'm not sure which one it is because they got it from the farm, and so I don't have no idea if it was the Zittles and Animals Cookies or the MILF crossed with Astronaut P. But either way, yeah, sweet, tropical, and citrusy. It's so good. I think if anything, the terps are no. Somebody else fuck. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, yeah. I know you've had a lot, but take it from someone who's had like 600, over 600 strains in the past, just like 2 years alone. It stood out, dude. Flame, I'm telling you that it stood out to me. Like, whoa. Like, it's one of those ones where when you think of top shelf and something you would grab every time just instantly out of like your little stash, you're just like, yep, every time. Like, if you had an unlimited supply, you'd be like, easily. It's that. It's that one. It's got the looks, it's got the terps, and it's got the effects. It's perfect because it gets you that relaxed, but giggly, like you sit on the couch with your wife and watch a comedy that you don't ever usually do. It's like that. Yes, yeah, especially. The one I had was indoor, so I don't know if the farm you have is indoor or greenhouse or both or whatever, but it's fire. Highly says, bro, what happened to JK? They're gone. Audio out of sync. Let me see. It might be because I'm using a Bluetooth mic. Let me try something. There we go. I can just unplug it. If it is. Indoor small batch. Perfect. That's yes. 100%. That's what yeah. Indoor small batch would be perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, it's overall just a fantastic one. I was sad that I only ever got to try 7 grams of it. I wish I had his whole zip. But anyway, everybody, it is now officially 12:12, and I've been doing this for what? 192 minutes? Holy shit. Yeah. I might go in there and spend some time with my wife before we pass out and smoke some flame. I will send you. Is your email on here? Yeah, contact us. Okay, bet. I'm gonna send you an email. Like literally, as soon as I get off, I'm gonna go in there and send you an email. And I'll even give you my personal number. If that makes it just easier for you. I know for work, I had to keep everyone on my email just to keep it like business thing, but just whatever is most easy for you. But I'll send you all my info and whatever you need. Um, but living soil is my favorite. Indoor living soils, bar none, my favorite shit. I love indoor living soil. Fantastic. Like perfect, perfect. It's just got the right mix of just terps, fecks, looks for sure. Indoor living soil, they look crazy. And the hydro, I haven't had hydro in like 4 years. So anyway, I'm slightly medicated. I'm about to hop off here. Take me a dab. Take me a couple more rips. Uh, I'll ask my wife whatever her code wants to be, and I'll also send it to you and send you her info if you need it. But anyway, with that being said, guys, all y'all, thank y'all for coming and watching this. I'll start doing more lives. Honestly, um, I had like I said earlier, I had like 2 or 3 lives that just had 0 people for like an hour straight, so that's why I stopped. But it's also my own fault because I just randomly do them. I didn't share this anywhere. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna hop off here. Um, thank y'all for coming by and supporting me and hearing me out, hearing my side of the story. Yeah, more videos coming soon, and one of the first people y'all are gonna see strain wise and company wise is none other than Flame Training themselves. So y'all stay tuned for that content. Make sure you follow my wife, Chill Vibes with Shy, for content with Flame Training as well. And I'll catch y'all next time. Night, y'all.